World Cup no kosom. E koso nenra. Na Osman Tihano. Oh, Chelsea ba qualify. But the next one is Sema Chelsea. The next one is Sema Chelsea. Sana nya Sema Chelsea. E say anra Chelsea game ne ba so. Chelsea no to say ananra no kra sem wana. Many Abraham ka so Brazil for ni bi na e bia Chelsea ko hye ntra sam hye ho ne ade a. Ti anu a o me dey to say me dan tem na ma sori ahmacha he game no ti me da ada ma dan. So 20 as a half time no call. I'm sure say Chelsea hye 2-0 Rams. Yeah, Chelsea na ade yes 2-0 okay ne. I'm here to be paid money here so I say Esperance I'm say Esperance de Tunis. Mother, my men train to manga time ho na me na. Esperance dey here me so ga Chelsea the be me saka ho ampa. So Chelsea the ba kwa kan wa say 3-0. Nti the Chelsea call. Na Esperance that me dey boy me say Flamengo fo bi na sam sa ba chia ba tia me sane ade. Ba sa na Esperance you know na so ni mu anti Chelsea ya me adwuma no simple qualify. Chelsea did second group ni mu. Chelsea did second group ni mu. Enti Chelsea be kwa share Bayern group ndo be the first no. Na sa Osman ma say Bayern na qualify wie. Enti against Benfica no nya point in pokro no Bayern na the first. Enti Chelsea go share Bayern. Na no munim ni eba. Na Benfica fo no say na Benfica fo no mu chire bibi kakra say omo so chire Bayern fo no say won the Hurricane match na bench a wo company wo the Hurricane ko na bench be chire omo so chire bi ketua bi. He said the Chelsea near Crona, yeah, the call. Say that's one quite Benfica dear. And the group never said the teams next year and games need to done how I acquire anymore no near my bay there or Honomont. You know, you better in now home come and so at the amount on the show na fee and then so no games about so in your home command. Yeah, they are to draw man on the amount. You better remove award the other games set to draw man on no near the resource in it and some about transfers ne cost details at the baba. On the latest mpachotie the latest no ye the bebro it is a one tie wo de no obi na nyanye latest but if you want any update so a obetumi the message na ba ni ahwe one tie eye o team no ho komo bia wo eye the update ni mu a wo de ba ye be hwe bi ne de abro enti manya message on 0244 743143 0244 743143 for message ne for hobra Mekenka will show us so now met to me at the Amau. Yes, to me live also on Facebook, Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join your ho. We show ni be my like na share for comments. Bri Mekenka at the Amau. Will do median so now. The first segment, you know. Eba kwa House of Folk and Komaba. And then your penny ba kwa NCC. The Biano chairmanship and what pleno. What the bibi di aba. Na was a clubs ni na be fa say be bom papa ni na na say the Boboski po de ne ye uncle Ben mo enwo mama ka no as Ghana league na mundi akire no enei was some de some ma hwede bi atwam akwa na mo some mpe bi ma no problem but now is about time to catching them young and koda no I was say the Ghana football ni di room won kola brem ti dia no ba be ye so ye to oba ma no be House of Folk NCC chairman a nobody say Kodano, primary for no, JHS for no, SHS for no, or Kokachiwamo young, or the House of Folk. Tis Tim no soon be shem Kodani mu on cra, ewa on crabremu. Say be ya umunina mumfrunti Bible say the bay. Sa Kodano acquire one fast no nyina wan free hon ti ono no. Wo be kire house supporters ne mano and na house for supporters kwan kra no nyina be kire mo kwan no. No money no man free home. Na idea or the bay. O say it say hard pass and koda no chiminwa prince chan Prince also supported Real Madrid. Supported Real Madrid. Bomber before placing in Edin. And your crab no bet my boy and I'm saying you because say yeah Premier League clubs so. Yes a place so. Premier League clubs and yeah teams in 18. Into what went to me am one free no. When you be heavy ho easy. It no be catching koda no young. No the Ghana football na se mu ha sunsun na se wo mu ntu nyini sadan ya you know say oh your heart ni na wo ye onya Madrid onya Barca of course you can support them but heart sunsun be show mu a adwen a wode ba ne mo ba be gu akwam no ye be dey sound come on the first segment of the show maybe a phone line start na fit sound idea no wode ba no won so adwen che wo ho ne se be fa na emfa ama Ghana football no nkoda no atiase ye ebefa ama nkwa no kwa bedo Ghana football and say na idea no emfa ebedi san come on the first segment. After that we have a lot. WAFCON Women African Cup of Nations Ethiopia or Morocco July ya Black Queens of Ghana boabo we have another friendly game to play against Benin. Yeah, the details Eddie Beba and so ewo Jumedi so Central Region Middle League no Division 2 Middle League and a finals ne eba so yeah the Munsem no Eddie Betu Jadi Amaye Krobia Kumasi Asante Koroko ni Bibia ni Go Stars age na Ghana nemo Africa CAF Champions League and a Confederation Cup no signings na shasiye Gold Stars as sign bi kodokon so sign bi kodokon for say enche bia within be 2 weeks 3 weeks no mbe wiom omo in place omo be sign omo Congo fo bi ba for kotoko Congo fo bi ba this and many more aboabo anu nte the show no enye easy cry johnny a for messages nebra on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143.
The real sports is here.
Moyes caught in no man's land. It's Marty!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Meda says I'm pay wa fidi no da Kastle 90.3 FM. Now we see Robert Mensah Sports. Meda CP once again we didn't hear the miss Ruby Adams. They fast that ma boafo no pay wo ma so ya snake 31st Herbal Clinic say wo eye specialist eni ho yade bia no wo mo ne be hwa asade ama wo wani hu ade ye wo posa wani dodo as bibi yes wani so ade wa chi a wo hu so pode ben wa wo hu ni ye wani ni na ya kokko da bi mentam wani ne nsei 31st Herbal Clinic and a best sour yade kai so mo ewo man kesim school kesim opposite AI 4 junction okwa simfo sunsu a wo mo ewo asimfosu krom near Presby church no and I feel quite guna swedu so mo ewo bypass in Kubem na kanya shana so am me adoma bosumi ba besime July no ni da edi kan pepe 1st July I press la so birthday near 1st July press la birthday near 1st July 1st July in advance I cook also see 29th June yo enti cook also in advance to you na before they do on birthday sa no na me nua no ma we mpo me nua no my sisters they do on birthday no omo your sisters are more around you know uhia sister bia be humi a enti no birthday ne ba so enti na we sister no enti no hebra na beba ka wo ho enti no 1st July our Kastle FM anim haya no Doctor beba around Mr. Wa busuani bia ne so ya ne basa wo hu ade yie no na ni ho ha no fa ne bra doctor hwe no 1st July ya Kastle FM anim haya Koko Depo ho ba betena se na wani hu ya de bia wa 20 sha ne so ma me ne bra na doctor mo amani ye mo intima hye glasses ne be ni na agu nchan ne ma hu ade ye pa mo bie mani hu ade ankasa mo mra bebi anya afra doctor on 0559 999 543 0559 999 543 oneo ebedi enkomo na tie wensie papa enso efama me se game park chop ya gudia wudi bia pesika gu botom and pay fa phone no never star 946 hash star 946 hash unya bope na what choose one number odiska kakra to achi wa pushia ma eye wo mo ombe draw no number ne ba out sika o to achi ye bo ho ama up to 30 times channel so ma me pa enti ye draw no a ye games na ye ko na ye be yes ba 4 times into so ye bi play game ni bi na ye sika upet me play ska bi episode to achi bi 5 Ghana 10 Ghana 20 150 do betumi bi afa to achi de hian se wudi as Canada to achi bi ano ye bo ho ama up to 30 times umpewe na pede simple game with serious rewards a game pack coach up star 946 hash they are going to be the nyasika and so fagu botomu na men ka say name lonat to malaria said the mount malaria drew to malaria saint and pay am no ka say you word busani bia ne ho so na numu nya no de I said there to say ahohye bi ban fifi boni bi fi no na dia asem krani ade de ya na engage na so saa wo nti hu se we ya how ase malaria na ya hawo fa koma doctors na enya wo test enhwe ye hwe na sampa malaria mo no pa na be shomo jani mu a edure betene tede ma no lonat en waste time kra tenete and robo yade no so mfama enti GB na nom lonat eno ne ku malaria no edema wo okọ pharmaceutical shop bia mu anu abodin se lonat eduro no na wo pe nkora ne panyifo nyina nom kai se FDA 4 agi eduro yi etumi edi atom too much money promo koso wo Telecel sika babedra on Telecel wo to airtime no wo ya recharge no na wo to bundle no ya 5 cedis going no from 5 cedis going no na wo nya kwanya ageti into the draw de bia wanya bia nya 100 Ghana na wo twa bia wanya bia no na nya wo 20,000 cedis and afi the grand prize no 1.2 million cedis enti channel so say sika bedra on Telecel Telecel too much money promo no auto airtime no na data ni ade we ye bia no and one from 5 cedis going no now we'll get into the draw. Ubenya sika kesi pa Eddie on air Telecel. Kai say *500 hash. And I borrow more Telecel play up on the so na too much money promo no fa hu ehyemobi. Kai say terms and conditions apply. Telecel connecting energies. Yabakwa high sense one yakwa farm na nsam de aba. High sense semen kan chew sell per quality product a. Ehwa na wasa oba. Quality electronic appliance. TV, washing machines, smartphones, air conditioners, gas cookers, electric cookers, blenders, iron, kettle, air fryer, just name them. Do you hear be a high sense showroom na wasa ukona kwaje papa che entry anyam kanea no fenso and ane bo no de unim for papa nti kwaje we dey wo mfimfim mantem ho maso no man kesim Blue Hills restaurant wan take alcohol o kumase wan kran takra de takwa obo asikofo du asunya ne techiman tamale na afi ho nyina no high sense ho bibia nya from ahoma 0302 550000 0302 550000 high sense the everyday prices for everyday people. Yeah, kwama no is 33 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM. Mama nya message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. For message you know for her bra ebe kenkan wo dwumade no so media ma on the transfers no na wadwen che ho afa bra wasem se bia fa bra on the FIFA Club World Cup no so na wo ho adwenche bi so a obetumi enso de abase da no Chelsea di nkonim ase atamfo bi ni ade nyina na Esperance de se na Chelsea di bia je se Chelsea de omo beto omo level ho simple kra ama bibia aye fine de ama Chelsea ntampa fine de ma Chelsea na ebe he games aka no near to me enso edi ho enkomo kama na games beto aso ne games bi beto aso nti enko amano na afi FKK ewon sem no achi into me enfama ye
Real Sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports
I got my power, I got a gun, I got food, everything too much. And the old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby.
Real Sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM Sini Robert Mensah Sports and I did someone is 35 minutes past 6. Yeah, kwama no ne FK Cat na say the honsem nyina the my o message 0244 743 143. It's 35 minutes past 6. FKK, good morning.
Good morning.
Bibia bakwa no pai.
Yankopadum.
Ye de Yankopon wase papa. Me she ho kakra. Me she ho pa.
Kastle
Papa de de bi me she kitu e bi. Kete.
Ale.
I just say What Yankwa no nimra ye ba ye kan komo aka chire no.
Great. Ye kwa morani anopa ne atimi asin 7 so enso atimi dia ma Kastle 90.3 results ahodo ne bebo chire na afi ye timi edin sama ahodo no so eba ne react to issues transfers no ebi mo confirmed ebi nso imminent na kwa so ani nyina nso eba ntie nei ye de nyina nso atimi ade brown Kastle 90.3 FM Olympic Lyonnais Omoaso aye hia sabrede ye dimoti omo ede omo ekwa ase ho no me ho nsem nyina no wa ha no ma ye de bro live on Facebook join show no comment like na share ye nwramu na ye nhwe results no from a club walk up no ase na ye ntimi emfaman Auckland City enra ɔmo enya $1 million enso etimi edi gu ɔmo account mu kama sanse no a ɔmo ene Boca Juniors de ebo ani ayade a 1-1 ena game no enso esi ekowie ye ewo honum Christian Gray anase Gray ɔno ehye ye goal enso etimi de tika de Emma Auckland City wabra na branch here friend Garo abo on goal na se 2 goals eba mu nyina no ɔmo ene hye ne mo hye ba kuti ɔmo ho Emma ekɔ de ma Boca Juniors ekowie 1-1 ewo honum Benfica echi Bayern for no enso yo mo ho adwuma kama sabre de ɔmo etimi atope eye won table no eye na 13th minute ena sa go no enso etimi ede eba branch here finish drop ɔno ena ehye sa go no enso etimi ede ema eye boboko from Benfica sabre Bayern for no ɔmo de ebere chieze mu ba Harry Kane mu nyina ba be wura mu bobo ya Loresani was papa enso mo ntimi antika no emene Bayern enso etimi edincho ewo yesa game no na Chelsea ahomachi ɔmo share 3 Emma Esperance de Tunis from Africa ɔmo nso entimi antibi Arbrantia ye friend na Tosin Adarabiayo ebo first goal Liam Delap ɔno nso etimi anya ne first goal Edema Chelsea Football Club na ye second Edema Chelsea when renumere game ɔmo nso anasa ahomachi game ɔmo ebo no Tariq George ene share third goal no enso etimi Edema Chelsea ɔmo win sa game no na dia Los Angeles FC share bako Flamingo enso so etimi etisa eka na eno so ekowie 1-1 ewo sa game no Dennis eye Bonaga onase Boanga ono ene share enso ede ema eye Elifo no sanso ena Wallace Yan enso so etimi ete Canada ma ye Flamingo boboko no sa ena hon 7 no enso etimi akwaye na ene de ete ene se Borussia Dortmund enwumere ya 7 p.m. omo game omo any Ulsan HDFC ebo sanso na Mamelodi Sundowns enso any Fluminense enso ebetimi abo ni nyina 7 p.m. ene eba so 1 a.m. ahomachi International Milan enso any River Plate ebebo 1 a.m. ene eba so Uwara Red Diamonds enso ebo Monterrey omo nso so game no enso ebetimi aba so sa ena yesi ekwantie after 2 groups omo ewie won games no say eno mo table no enso etimi akwakoya nyoma ekonkan enso etimi ede emomo na okohwe Chelsea won group na de ye enise qualification no omonsa akana kama yade ho nsem no so etimi ede ebro na nei say na esi etie wo group C ade a SL Benfica ene redi kan 7 point eno mo enya after 3 games omo ebo na so mo wini mienu eno mo ebo draw baako sanso ene ade a Bayern enso so enya 6 points so we need 2 eno lusu baako sana esi ekoye Boca Juniors eto so mienso enya 2 points ena de otwa to Auckland City onso enya 1 point enso edi etwa to enso ewo honom na yenko yanim na yenhwe eye the other group no said de no so nsam enso etimi ekoye group D Flamingo 7 points enso eno so enya de a possible 9 no omo etutu gu na so mbo draw baako ewini 2 Chelsea ewini ba anaso mu wini 2 eno omo so lusu baako 6 points no nya ES Tunis omonso so enya 3 points sanso na LAFC Los Angeles FC so ebo just a draw mu enya 1 point eno ensema no so free group D for no so asoye enso etimi ade bantene superior player of the match no say na ekoye edema ye empo players no Christian Gray ono energy ye embra Auckland City enso game no enso etimi aba wiye no ma oje man of the match no so edi AC ne na so ewo honom na yentoa so ewo hai Tosin Adarabiayo ono energy ye edi ma Chelsea for embra omonso so etimi wini omu game no against ES Tunis sa na si ekosi ye ewo honom na ye toa so akwo nim kakra. The TM and is Okopima after the game at Barcelona Chelsea won coach Enzo Maresca Okasaye at the FA game no H3 na the NTR no so etime rotation and bra game na course no second half no sense mo na nkrani bisube sheshe na say and no so etime a sexy ni team after game no post match and say Enzo Maresca so Kasai
Enzo, an important result tonight. You must be pleased with that and progression into the next round.
Yeah, as you said, especially after the defeat, it was important to bounce back and win. And we won the game, and we can start to think about the next one.
How important was it that we remained patient in that first half, and then obviously eventually found the breakthrough through Tosin?
It was very important to be patient, as you said. And then when we found the goal, the game was a little bit more open. And yeah, we are happy for all the players, especially for the ones that was long time, without minutes. And now from 32 match teams, now we are 16. Hopefully we can go in the 8.
Were you pleased to see Tosin and Liam and Ty both all score, especially Liam, considering that's his first goal for the club?
Yeah, very happy for all of them, even for Ty, that it's very young, it's 18, 19, it's important, and we continue to grow.
How pleased were you to be able to rotate your side tonight and give maybe other people their game time and also be able to save some?
I said many times they all deserve minutes. Sometimes they don't get minutes because the other one also they are doing well. But we did from the last game I think 8 changes, and it was important to rotate also to save some energy because to play every 3 days with this temperature is not easy for the players.
Finally, Benfica in the next round. How are you going to prepare for that one now, and how excited are you to get to that?
Yeah, very happy. As I said, can go there now. We are in the 16. Hopefully we can be in the 8, but we need to go game by game and try to beat them.
Yes, yentine omo game by game no omo next opponent Benfica no omo ayiro omo no omo so atimi akwa show omo they said the proceedings next year no first half no first goal no eba late 40 plus 3 injury time no mu na Chelsea for nso enya deadlock no so atimi break here and no kire mu so hwa early stages no na game na close na edin ye pa the mom no first goal ni buy no ma nyoma mu enso atimi bebia the mom second half no be 2 enso atimi at the episode fact delap aye goal no po eba first half na ntia no ebie kwan ma omo na isa goal no eba 2 goals no by in the first half and San and George enso ebenya aye mpo the cushion no extension no enso etimi ade am third goal emo mu ewini ano yansem Enzo Maresca enso etimi ade ba ya onya akonya enso ema young talented players na academy players no enso ebeba be bo bi na Liam Delap so etimi enya the first goal at the match Chelsea say no so etimi express no ho.
Liam, a great result through to the next round. You must be pleased with that one.
Yeah, definitely. We knew we had to win tonight to get through, and we're all happy that we're into the next stage.
Pleased to get your first goal for the club.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's a really happy feeling. Hopefully it's the first time in it.
Can you talk us through it as well? It was a great finish and a great move.
Yeah, obviously, I spoke to Enzo and told me when he gets the ball to just run, and it was a great pass, and luckily it went in.
How much are you enjoying playing for Chelsea and leading the line at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I just love playing football, and to play for such a good team, it's a great feeling.
And Benfica in the next round, that must be quite a tasty one.
Yeah, definitely. I think we just got to prepare over the next few days, and everyone come out fighting and hopefully progress.
Yes, internet fella no good was saying wakwa Chelsea bobo ko no so Asia kan so etimi ade mo no nya the first goal at the Armour Club no to mo kwa prepare na ahead of game o so any Benfica bebo no o so etimi akwa ye free ho no ya Liam Delap no nsema no so etimi ade buy another player no so mo de boy ko any goalkeeper and so at the MSL Benfica Anatoly Trubin no NJ MVP award no so at the AC now so after keeping clean sheet against Bayern Munich. Sanso enakoko piomo dia Georgian de Araskata ono so energy enso etimi adigina mu ede ema early for no nurse and onso no body no enso ekwani ye papa nei superior player of the match no omonso honsem no ye etimi ede asi ho ewo ho no na ewo FIFA Club World Cup national okopiema Kylian Mbappe loiting yase after say no to no kakrakra eba washi training ase no no so etimi hit the ground run and the team and still on timi enya available embo game Madrid ochina omonso ebetimi ene Salzburg abonina and sa branches so lose weight papa 5 kilos and on also LUC and so edi free ni weight maintain Madrid for enye willing so omonso ebetimi risk no eno news kakra free ba FIFA omo a opin a case against Pachuca one defender Gustavo Cabral no and you see racially idea or abuse a branch friend Antonio Rudiger anti Rudiger on 7 idea FIFA for and so opin sa case no mo investigation no mo hwe say no krobi e was sansem na branch friend Gustavo na so ebetimi ayehye and so e wo hono ma yeto so it was some fufromo ya the transfers ni bi ebeba betwem na yetimi akọ yanim kama na ansa na no ebeba no Christian Gray and Ra ɔhyɛ go anima Auckland City ne so a professional teacher ɔno so ɛkyerɛ de New Zealand after ni go no ɔno so etimi kasa de fa ho sɛ good feeling no great dachi bia no tewa ɔno so ebetimi de no so aka asɛm sɛ FIFA Club World Cup by no ɔno so etimi aba be share the only goal a ɔno so ne club no eba benya ye ɛwɔ Asia na nra ade a ne mfifiri bɔne pa na players yi Bayern any Auckland City airborne no hwɛ Bayern won reserve side no ɔmo ankɔ pitch no so ankɔ yɛhwe stadium ɔmo mbɔ mpini hɔ ɔmo ɛkɔ ye room hɔ no ma baabi ɛna no ɔmo te no ɔmo nso so monitor proceedings no na wohwɛ empo field no so water sprinklers ne ebi a game no ba bɛkɔ so anase yɛbɔ game ewia kɔ recess no na ɔmo abia tum a water pitch no so kakra no ɛna na we dey proceedings no game na ɛkɔ so na ankasa no mu bie ma ne players no ɔmo wɔtɔ ɔmo kakra san sɛ heat no na no ɔden ho nsɛm no yɛtimi ɛde abrow ɛwɔ dwumadie nso sɛ okopi mo United States of America na sɛ ɛhyew no ɛhɔ no ma ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa krakrakra yɛde ho nsɛm na abrow na ne Luis Suarez ɛnso so awɔ kame that big challenge a ɛfɛsi Inter Miami hyɛ ne nso sɛ ne Inter Miami ɔmo ne Paris Saint-Germain ɛna ɛkɔ na ne Luis Suarez ɔne Luis Enrique ɛnso ɛtimi abo adwuma da mra na ɔwɔ Empo FC Barcelona na ɔse Enrique ɛyɛ one of the most significant figures ɛwɔ yɛ ne playing career no ɔse everything a wasua bibia wonim ɛwɔ yɛ football no mma ne ball no so enyini ɛkɔ anim no papa no show anase ne impact no big time enti ne a huge challenge ɛsɛ ɔmo ɛne Empo PSG ɛkɔ akɔba ne Luis Enrique ɛnso ɛna yɛ coach ɛnso etimi ɛde mom na mom no ɔse Inter Miami for no ɔmo ɛyɛ competitive enti saa ɛno suban no ɔmo kɔ akɔda adi ɛnso ɛwɔ yɛ saa game ɔse we will compete ɛno Luis Suarez ne nsɛm a waka ɛde afa saa big game knockout round of 16 Inter Miami nso ɛne Paris Saint-Germain ɛnso ɛde ɛbɛbɔ ɛni na yɛntoa so ɛwɔ nsɛm foforɔ dia transfers no Nico Williams ni agent yeso akwa kopia mu ewa elected Bilbao mo akwa making official say nei na branch a yefe Nico Williams no ni desire so be movie to Barcelona no it's on the sabre omo engine tum na sa di no enso entimi embrace nti yese nei Bilbao for nso a reply omo say de omo aka na sesia de omo ne Barca for any agent no any issue bia issue ni nyina ne say sika no omo nim ti omo kɔ na omo ne Barca for nkasa na ba bia oso omo de kɔto no omo nkoto na so enkojo musika Chelsea say de omo ye close sa branch fe ni Jamie Bino Gaten so no be sane no e de ne frɛ ye BVB Borussia Dortmund na ne yesi Dortmund for enso directors enso any Chelsea penifo no direct contact no omo ahia enso etimi atwetwe nkɔma de hyemu X7-year deal agreement no yesi sa na Chelsea for agya tum so omo de bema Gaten so no so 7 years ono so gitum so be ko Chelsea a obesane enso etimi edi amom former Arsenal one player ye friend Chuba Akpom oso ohia this front tray ewo ye Arsenal Bobokon Rodrigo goes abrantie fenom Gyökeres sanso ena Bukayo Saka Gyökeres ene na me mfimfin honom na ne Rodrigo goes ewo left wing or right wing no na Bukayo Saka so agya boso we ne die so a waso nti Arsenal for no so mbe timi a omo nyire omo no omo pepre ho na omo entimi nkotabiri mbrantie bra so omo de omo back club no mu a ebe din enso etimi edi ama opponent eno Chuba Akpom ono so ne nsama wo etimi edi aba na ne Neymar da Silva Jr. why study ni stay no with Santos until December eno news a eno so efiri ho eba ene ntia na eba sa branch bi obe move back to Europe Barca link no na ho no ma ni nyina mu na branch no etimi edi ensuo agugya ne mu se otena ewo Brazil ho no continue with Santos until December and I said December sa nsema efiri oba na yenko abranche friend no Ansumani Fati na Fati ni move no ade a eba so agreement no ade a ni nyina no etimi atofom dadaada na mom se de deco eba be kan no se abranche no so kɔ na okonya playing minute no enyoma baku mienu a ehyem ni nyina ene se abranche no loan ena initially okɔ akɔbɔ ediama AS Monaco na mom no yɛse chinchina anche ehyem buy option clause no sa branch ne ebo loan di ni wia e se Monaco fon so sign no na oto aso enso esi akan e de emo permanent entia no nsem kakra details kakra free Ansumani Fati ono so ni move from Barca to AS Monaco no sana esi etiane esi medical no obey no this week ya ntine ene Wednesday ebia nene na de cheso no ye betis abranti afa no Ansu Fati ono so awie ni medical test no with AS Monaco sana efiri honom so eba na Franco Mastantuono osi ene Xabi Alonso ne twetwe nkomo na nkomo no omo anhyeda anche na anhyeda nnoso bebre ne mom na nsema na ewom no nsema na nsem de nsema na emu ode na we say I really loved Xabi Alonso during our call. He spoke in fantastic way about the project, the view, the tactical plans and no nsema ono so etimi ade bo wie no summarizing nyina say incredible and no nsema Franco Mastantuono ono so ni move to Real Madrid no wo mo assign na wie ne mom no after FIFA Club World Cup no so betimi akoka Madrid bobokon AC Milan one director Tari akasa enso etimi ediafa abranti efe na Magnon say ni move to Chelsea the entiamba and say there two teams no entimi amfani ways entimi break deal no eno nti na ye hu say Magnon enso entimi anko akopie ewo Chelsea bobokon AS Monaco once no omo agree with Pogba sesi ade ni deal no yes a 2-year contract and omo so the man final details no yes o ma sort it out that contract no ade Pogba lawyers no ewramu a check no omo ready mu ahwehwehwe baby a clause bi omo betimi aye ni ye na enyoma hodo nyina no omo siesie wi a Abrantia no so ebetimi assigning ni deal no yes ye 24th of empo this month ya no fly ye kokopiemo enso ewo ye Monaco a ono so ekohwe se ni deal no enso ebetimi abaso da o say enra enti Pogba ade a o enchi closer so ono so betimi atiasi pitch no so akosi akan ebiam no ye story fi oba Juma Ba ono so Manchester City one player to OGC Nice. Here we go ade a verbal agreement no done defender no and so ebe journey on loan no so akobo ediama ene bobokwa ye from Nice no nsema eno so efi wono mo etimi ade ba na Milos Keke sesi ade metimi aka kira confidently say oye Liverpool one new defender left back and Abrantia no so ekwa akobo ni medical no wa complete that contract no so ye sealed left back I joining Liverpool for £40 million from Bournemouth and no nsema how do so efi ba Victor Gyökeres ono so abo Prince Sporting CP1 club president no akoka kire no ne desire so no so betimi moving on opeso free ono so ekohwe another experiences into that chapter no opeso mutum to amoma no kwan no so ntimi enkonkosi akan enfama club bi omo ehwehwe especially wo England and Abrantia na hwe so no so ebetimi akopie mu ewo yenwura mu na yenhwe eyempo Olympic Lyonnais omo so demotion omo ensa kan yesi wura mu a French football federation omo so empo side omo hwehwe clubs no omo dwumadi omo edi omo bra omo ebo omo sika sem no sere nyoma esie konia Leon for ne ka adokre omo ntie ne omo di moti omo de omo akwakopi mo French League 2 na no ena ne eboru omo ye ne empo football expert French football expert ewo France Julien Laurent ye ne na twetwe nkomo ne ebusan se Leon omo situation no se na esie tie na ne kura bi ewo mo ana.
Yeah, they had interviews today with the French DNCG, which is basically the French regulators for football. They look after all the clubs' account, all the financial health of the professional clubs in France. And today was the day where John Textor and his director of football were going into the office to show their plan and explain why Lyon should not be relegated. Because if you remember back in November, they'd been provisionally relegated by the DNCG because at the time they were in debts of 175 million euros, so around 200 million pounds, let's say. And back then in November, the DNCG said, listen, if it stays like this, you're going to go down regardless of where you finish in the league. So you better sort out your accounts between now in November and June when you come back to see us. And John Textor was like, yes, don't worry, no problem. We will sell players in January. We will do the same before the end of June and all of that. We've got all this plan in place. So they went quite optimistic today to Paris to meet the DNCG. And actually, this news that came an hour ago tonight was a massive, massive, massive earthquake in French football because we all thought or understood that Lyon would be okay. And actually, clearly, the plans they put forward for sorting out the financial issues were not convincing enough for the DNCG.
Yes, Yentiano, and Sam Kakra, Julian Loren, switch your medima, Leon Dientia, ye demote more every French again where they acquire like 2 no, no, any Leon for Sika, some Kesiania, no more intimate and balance, a yet checkbooks no, and Tianonti, now my timid demotium, no more Konya, some more Ebea appeal, say, Anna Loren, and switch him with my.
What can Leon do about this, Julian? What's the next step for them?
They will appeal now, which they're allowed to do completely. The thing is, they won't have much time between now and the appeal to put a plan in place that was different than the one they presented today. For example, they sold Ryan Cherky to Manchester City for 42.5 million euros. That was part of the plan. There were other things that John Textor wanted to do. For example, transferring funds from one of his clubs in his multi-club ownership company to Lyon, which you obviously can't do. You can't take money off Botafogo to just put it on the Lyon account. So they've been trying to put a plan like that together. That didn't work. So now I'm just not sure what else they can do apart from maybe selling Malik Fofana to an English club, maybe another player or two. But again, they will be really running against the clock, and other clubs will also know that they need money very quickly, so they won't be in a powerful position, I guess, in terms of transfer markets and transfer fees. So I'm actually quite worried now because we've seen in the past clubs who were relegated, then appealed, then find a way, new investors, money coming in from one way or another to stay up. But for Lyon, it's just like I said, like the clock is ticking massively now.
Yes, Yentene Adia Leon for no time any almost side or more try said players you be a common tom no bet me balance no man so no enya de timi FI timi do no mo akonya so mo so betimi akwa pili na ene yetimi ahwehwe mi ne ahwe so betimi atimi balance no man na afa bibia atimi akoye dia mo no ye nsam e free Leon for enso aso ye enso atimi adia ba na koroma Enzo Maresca enso e kasa ya de fire temperature e wo US no na say and now on sweaty Enzo,
an important result tonight. You must be pleased with that and progression into the next round.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, Enzo Maresca, and some more kind of fat temperature at what USA said they are not share, and so AC Etienne in your mind, also etimi echo.
I always try to avoid excuse. I always try to be honest. It's not about excuse. It's about reality. It's excuse when it's not hot and we say that it's hot. That is excuse. But if hot is hot and it's difficult to work with this temperature. But we are here. We are trying to do our best. This is the only thing that we can say and we can do. Now, in terms of session, it's impossible to do a normal session. Otherwise, you don't save energy for the game. So we're gonna try again. We did the session this morning, quite short.
Yes, Yentene Adia session almost air the announced woman to me and yen chess and say whether no a more she ye papa party. I dare not there a no cray A B white or white, black or black into a hot or a hot and on some no and no chillium sweet me the banana someone Jordan say and part temperature and dear obey me a cassa hot or G2 nemo and your chest in Quan and a safa. Salmon Jordan and so to me a fire temperature no and so to me chimo sampa only coach no and so by during the name no I was so multi buromo no more etime who you must say be almost a bit me and on body nafa.
But as Enzo says, when it's hot, it's hot. Same for everybody. And it's hot for everybody. Same for everybody. I wouldn't have thought their training would have been considered that much anyway because they would have been ticking over from the season just finishing. And I wonder how Inter Miami do it then because they play games in this time of year, in this heat. I mean, I have to tell you, I went over to Miami last year and it is oppressive. The heat was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that's from someone that lived in Spain for 25 years. It was unbelievable heat. So I empathise with it. But it is the same. The South American sides will have an advantage because they're naturally playing that. But the Inter Miami play in this heat all the time because they're playing now.
Yes, no, and I do no Kobani say idea US one idea walk up no one shot South Americans no mopa NABA Africans so can mopa nebia walk up nem say betimi whether no be favor mo no motima copy for me no also two and also two coach Thomas Tuchel for said your more hui clubs no etimi ama yehu said the weather no so esieti o mo expose enyoma dia momo enti so mo bibiye pa dia England national team no mo nyiro mo no mo hya sentem say ne so be kwa akọbọ mo ho adwa na say ne weather no o mo etimi acclimatize dia o mo entu sa na mo no.
So if you're a European playing in Manchester for 9-10 months of the year in the pouring rain, and you go over to the World Cup in the boiling heat, you are going to be materially... there is a reason why Ethiopians are the best long-distance runners in the world. There are reasons that, things are certainly better because of certain cultures and certain environments and certain outlooks, but also certain climate. And so with that in mind, it is disadvantageous. And I am the last person to want to give anybody a pass, least of all the England manager that's been brought in specifically to do a job. But it is a factor, and that's the fact that has to be baked into the thinking, maybe not the right expression given we're talking about heat, but put into the expression of thinking about what Thomas Tuchel has to do to prepare for next year, knowing it is a factor.
Everybody just got to go on with it, though. I mean, it's simple as Scots.
It's not.
How are we going to deal with it?
It's not a case of not getting on with it. It's a case of the physical rigours of it being involved. I'm not suggesting that people should be using it as an excuse. I'm suggesting that it will have a part to play. Now, if you want to use it as an excuse, then fine. People are going to say you're excuse making.
You get your excuse in early. We're only at June the previous year.
I'm not. I want us to go and win the World Cup, and I think Thomas Tuchel has been brought in solely for that objective. I'm not interested in any conversations about whether he gets a new contract up until the last ball of the World Cup the England player has been kicked.
So you're not going to give it... That was too hard when you go out the quarterfinals.
No, but I do think it's...
Yes, yentene na Samuel Jordan I to Thomas Tuchel for no say ne omo entimi puti measures and fangu kwem no mo e kombe fa so said the England for no omo ampoite no so onko ko wini World Cup no ntomo nye sa nhihye no sire be betimi aboa no na omo so atimi akọ nti wadan de ano de ehye na emom no ntimi nya ho hwe de obeya ne say ne usu betu ho na mo na bibia konkan enso atimi edi amawo na yento aso kakra enko yenim dia Gareth Bale or Sisa Brady and Sika Kakra or Bobo no nya no ji kakra Tottenham or Koji Bebre e wo ye Real Madrid do so akeka nyina bom investment how do I no de bi ekwa akọhye Cardiff mu sei and no so etimi cheche mu.
I can't really say too much, but yeah, I think what I can say is we are interested in getting Cardiff, and obviously it's my home club where I grew up. My uncle used to play for them, so yeah, to be, I guess, involved with an ownership group would be a dream come true.
What is it about the ownership and that side of things that interests you in staying in the sport? And I know you just touched on it there, but why specifically Cardiff?
Like I said, it's a club close to my heart. It's where I grew up, and I think, yeah, I would love to be able to be a part of growing Cardiff and taking it to the Premier League where it belongs. And yeah, I know how amazing the Welsh fans, the Cardiff fans are, and it would be amazing to try and do stuff together.
Yes, yentene Cardiff ni Chrome Wales ayo and onyan titie as a young player and obo bi kakra ntene or call back na fe ono so diska kwa kwahiem ownership na de no kwa kwotwetwe ho no no so atimi ahwe se da na koma so yie pa nti omo kwa koboa na Cardiff so atimi agina ne na so na Gareth Bale ono so ni sam atimi de ba no we no se Trent Alexander-Arnold pressure ewo Real Madrid na mo gidie sa Brighton no at the end of the day ono so betimi atrive.
It's a different experience in the Premier League. He's achieved a lot in the Premier League, so yeah, the demand at Real Madrid, you'll soon understand how demanding a place it is, and yeah, but I'm sure he'll go there, enjoy it, and yeah, do his best.
Yes, until ne ojiri sa Brighton so be kwa kobo no more no any breast e dia ma ne ho any Real Madrid bobo kono na Gabriel eye abonla ho so Arsenal one position do omoto na nkoyi, especially one first 5 games in fact obebo no na wo sha Arsenal points no tete so na points on benya no cheche no we na Real Palo say onene enyaje abonla ho say no the Arsenal enso eto eye one first games on bebo no position no.
Look at Arsenal's first 6. Manchester United away first game. You know it's like our first game of the season at home. Manchester United are going to be lively. You'd expect. That's
probably going to be boiling hot.
Exactly.
Well.
I've gone for a draw. Leeds at home. I've gone for a win for Arsenal. Liverpool away loss. Forest at home. I've gone for a win. Narrow win for Arsenal. Manchester City at home. I've gone for a loss. And Newcastle away. They don't do very well there. Arsenal have gone for a loss. So that's 7 points out of a possible 18. I've gone for Arsenal. Obviously, I'm just guessing here, but that wouldn't be a great start for them.
Yes, yentenye great start and farmer Arsenal share almost first 6 games no said the watch them 18 points involved no Arsenal for benya 7 pe then no and a former Arsenal player Real Palo say kwai na ha no one ne nyaadwo say City va be share Arsenal or Emirates say na Real Palo so etimi express no.
What price they get relegated, Arsenal? Gabby's got put 5 on it. Look, why would they lose to Man City? I don't get that one. And the Emirates, they beat them last year. They beat them. They're pretty good at home. And I wouldn't put that down as a loss. I think they've got every chance of getting a result there. Liverpool, you set your stall out.
I think City are going to be a lot better.
Oh yeah, of course they're going to be better, but Arsenal should improve as well. And the Emirates would be bouncing as well. It'd be a great atmosphere. I think Liverpool, look, you can go up to Liverpool and get a result. There's no doubt about that. Newcastle's always difficult for any away team, but I can see them probably a lot more points than that.
Yes, into Tilbury, Paulo, and some of can say Newcastle for a recent times some more a house and City Power to Emirates there. Or say there be Arsenal for more and what they were Emirates or supporters no every team ya one more Kenya and I was say Arsenal for and so a team no much session no may ye say the bear and so be team ya bona do can so be team ya bum Tony Gabriel Bolaho and ya say Arsenal won first 6 games 18 points no benya 7 pair ye jina so now on the 7 no ye team the next year na dia can continue the amount.
Pulse is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM. Sini Robert Mensah Sports. And yeah, this one pay. And now Wednesday. And now Ukwada. And now June. Bosomene de Toso. Nunum 25th June 2025. It's 6 minutes past 7 at FK Castle or the Aquaman on nearby and someone will watch the Amaya, but they won't come over later on. Na Mama Osman Aquaba, na Faye didn't come over. I mean, our messages no 0244 743 143 0244 743 143 and pay. Ma, I mean, our message na Faye can kind fama. We also live on Facebook, Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join your hall. Question ni been like na share for comment bribe can kind Eddie amount. Ma many o messages ni be emfa info na fe. Mema Osman Akwaba. I'll say good morning. Okay, ma share we na mini. Me share say emfa info hanum say na okay, I'll say good morning. Kastle FM fraternity. It's good Chelsea quality, Chelsea quality, no here. Chelsea quality yesterday, okay. But meeting Bayer is not a problem because they will beat them to book their place in the next stage. Good job done to the Brazil, qualifying teams, and I see one of them in the semis. Just trust the process, Mr. Cheese. Chelsea in Koshia Bayeno, kwa Koshia Benfica. Somebody any first. Benfica na did first. Inti ebesha Benfica. Inti you know Mr. Chicks TM. And hello, good morning, champion Miss Ruby. I want transfer update on Accra House of Folk and Manchester United. The name is Otuga inside Semel and I'll do Eddie Abana has recruitment team no. Okay, ebesha. Good morning, Miss Ruby. I need more update on Mbappe and Vinicius Junior inside UCC Quapro. And on the way there, but since FKK making mention of a Mbappe ne de no say we lose some weight to be into Salzburg game no Omobi. Please, good morning. How are you doing today? I'm Pastor Crate from Mola Guinness Depot. Please update on Manchester United. Say my for them crampo ya mesere. Mama mu ka mo wi ka ba na ka sane be 10 players crampo ma jagana to mapa mo nyina 15 ma. Enya asem mo da so tete wo se de na mu you. Ruben Amorim o holidays ana. I was saying quite the pictures because they make me who baby or shine they all year or more. So no so adding a wife and make it here. Good morning, Castle Sports. I'm listening to you live inside the Guapo, and my greetings goes to your crew and my parents. Okay, then I'll be Eddie free a Guapo no then the no Eddie Abaya that say hi Kastle FM. Good morning. Please I need Manchester City's position. Okay, the better table no the amount. Good morning, Miss Ruby. I am Kingdom from Ola. Bayern wanted to swerve Chelsea. I know that one. No. That's why they lost the game. Greetings to my Ola crew. We say Bayern for straight Chelsea. Bayern for straight Chelsea. And FKK today. FKK say, "Okay, I'm doing from Kashi wa ha." No more qualifier we there, but topping the group. No, they needed at least a point. I'm not going to lose the game now. Oh, okay. Very good morning once again to the Kastle FM Sports Group. Indeed, I'm excited for Chelsea to qualify to the next round of the tournament. I'm praying so hard for Chelsea to lift this brand new trophy. Mr. Mbiadi for UCC. Guy, I say he's praying. No be a bomb pine any day. He's praying. See, I say, yeah. Good morning, Miss Ruby. Greetings to you and your panel members. Uncle bye bye. Hi, bye bye. Even their goal was on humanitarian grounds. Oh, born po so how much if you be. And how much than what they be here. What we born be. Over Chelsea game no asem sa no. I say good morning. Update me on Man United Gospel. Anyway, edit Abba Ewa ha. Dem fa we ntwa tomra. Good day. I'm Whistle from North Ola. If our Ghanaian pitches were to be good, the probability of an European team coming here will be high due to upcoming World Cup. And so ho. Mamanya also message on 0244 743-143 0244-743-143. Osman, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Bibi I about Ruby
super fantastic.
Yeah, the Nyamia. So why a fe?
But I say.
I tell you where the Osha the Abwa.
I don't miss my bonus Muko school.
I will go to way. Usia de Pam.
That's Muko school. Some of my school where I wash them colors. I had to ask Muko school and I'm so that on your school uniform. I am material.
Me camera bi sa me konya material bi sa na me kopa me na ekeke efosu no na. Madam ni design. Oh na design is very nice me de kwa sorry by 2 times but I said na me hwem ho ase say. Then yeah.
I just scratch.
Ai, you just wasa ma minya pebe bi fam. Bibi I find here.
Oh yeah, Yankopon na do bibi.
Kokwa be the birthday so ya we.
Kukwa
be the birthday 29th yeah, you know. Share. Everyone want to start in advance or the money way. Ti me semwa macho why me semwa. What na kwame na FKK. Mommy and Sapan o treat him very well. I will have him say o treat him so well.
Yes.
Enti me ka wa ha. Mama me sense form. Mama me sense form cry.
Transactional treatment too.
Just say.
Or transactional treatment.
Osman.
Manu goes, services come.
That's why you are here. I how treat him way. There will be a come. No, well, say, come and put the
Muzavia won't come.
I may come and according to Jim Kwan and Dukaman Chassian. Come now, put it coming now.
Or to cutting my dressing, you know.
Oh, it's in Michelle Kwan birthday, no. FKK. And you said I want to the American. Somewhere, but they know.
Empire bomb quitting.
Empire bomb quitting. Monte Nyama Bode from Rami Franco. Nyama Kukudam, Cassia Pam Famra. FKK. Change pa, no cooking of rice anymore. No frying of anything. Asma, no eba and sardine. No eba for you. No eba sem craft for you. Kokwa, you are listening this morning. I'm chanting up. Me chanting up. Any passe.
Yes.
Any passe. Chebi so na say na de na ba.
The real pulse is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marty!
The Sports King.
It's 13 minutes past 7 on Kastle 90.3 FM. Robert Mensah Sports. And I day Emma Wono. You didn't come out the first segment of the show, no. Now I call your name. The FIFA Club World Cup no cost baby I there. That's saying couldn't you know the chilling a day. Now Bagana houses where we are league in Chinese. I'm for about 2 banny a day. To say elections better to drive and for the teams to be anymore. One of the team never call Ayaboshe Assassin. So one of the biggest club in Ghana, Accra House of Folk, and they who go Piema. Aye, one more chapters, no. One more by elections, national chapters, no. One more by elections, the name pay for person who any other chairmanship positions, no. One more AU Mutie Papa. Now you see if Abdullahi. And now when it is and the House of Folk and Twabamano. Now I'm not a mere NCC for almost so a penny. Na opani ana wade atuja se wono no nyase bia wono no de chekeke se yi odidi eche sa o has team no ope has no a se onu gwa no ojo an tell se wo ye Ghana ni na se wo no support team of Ghana ha na abrofo boy ya san FKK asa di mu a onu no has ni ntino o se oni adaje mpo a wode kwakọhwe abrofo bompo abrofo bo.
Me catch on the say me knitting beer or foreign amehwe. Me share foreign football that me no me be that me live match that honestly. Me live match that it's a has players me no cry see bo me no dey talk so more ball 4 poles cry me gina half be. Abi ma me dey makoma na ne house. See me ma hu ni say ya me pray no ma hu ni say has na didi mu no has spirit in the frame say me be sananim. me enko yenim e go say man na anwen say me ba bedru ha
ento no de ha sunsum na fa no free kwabra mu nyina fa no ntino woni adaje kra say Chelsea bobo Arsenal bobo Madrid Barca bobo kai oni bi kra enu ntina wo hu ne da sum say sempen foto abama no a ye ba be start league no mu a oba ba be ye House of Folk branded books enya ko school man anu me ko to book bi a Osman me dey na no bi kan uko school oya courses hwan 6 ukita one book ka make that 5 books enya one book na make it atwetwe mu kakra ento oba be ye House of Folk branded books na e chere say books be FKK chere no yetime tro your friend saying 2 times 2 multiplication table no akire but no be books a obekọ na House of Folk abakọ sembi go akire kakra obetima kenkan nya no ko a obe House for players bi akoko dan bi go akire wo they say obe brand House team no ti House next season players bi akọ park abehu say wo mo ne House stars no konadu ya do mo a omu go akire Benjamin Asare oda akire why Kevin Esibe oda akire sire ya obehu na nkura no so hu say women House players na afa nkura no ye be kache nkura no young na House sunsu na form nti obedi House achi nya no kwa match day sunsu be ko SHS honom o chebooks na ma wo a no ade buses afa nkura na ba park na nkura na ba be House ball ni bi esa na House sunsu no ebe fa nkura no onkodi abrofo ne ball no achi
ya we nim efa football so ye nyina ye ni ko no ho a so how say ball players be foreign football be team be players ni obebo amana ko emini so ekotoko ni enso we kasa bokotoko enti no me hu ni say be ye to say books be any masset be ni pens be House of Folk mfoni da so to folk players mfoni da so so de be de be kwa kochiche ye friend saying nti ye be sha say free nkran ha say schools na e wo around stadium no to say osu labadi no ngwa bukum ne ayi no ye de be kukosa schools no ne akochiche omo match days ne akọ any headmasters na akokasa na fe ya form aba stadium no ma behwe ne asan ba so omo back to the school through this na say ye kwa ye ba at least nkoda no be pick with the system on be block club no
and could I be picky with the system now catch them young down be picky with system ni mu enti ye den kra ne be share be cheche books amamo FKK ye be cheche books no nya books be to book bi ana Ronaldo da chire with the Messi da chire Luis Suarez no da chire be to book Odegaard akọ Osman Odegaard aware na odi Kai Havertz ne ba ye trust by na Saka ne girlfriend and then hey FKK me dem hu ni amade am show FKK ana hu ni ama unje
no ma be
oh dem hu ni ama me hwe and FKK say no hwe bi why no hwe bi why ana unhwe ngabua because Saka wife no dey chire amafo aware eya ware aroho nso akọware Jogo Dalo ono so aware ena enu anso mesahu one other guy there mehu Tottenham Hotspur one of the guys no so akọware this weekend is it Jobo Tony fi Bournemouth no Solanke is so aware timafo aware pa breaking for the aware ntino obeto books na nkofo go exercise books ada na Ghana ha de atumi nya bi ekoloko books ha mu press mu tumi anya books mu che China mu press go akire ye best season ni na mu go akire ma ba ko sem go akire we kakra bi ohun we bi FA Cup samagie League Cup samagie na ne gugu akire kama bia mo legends bi ohun mo gugu akire na mo de osesi be picture bi ato animu Benjamin Asare bi da animu a what the Tema schools now, they will get to know the clubs very well. And they don't agree on how next season or they ba or by catching Kwana young. No ma jai mo la mi ama nkure me ma benya le go girls la mi ama Jude Bellingham la mi ama Mbappe asa omuni obi e din wo wiase bi abiem e ha adwen enti adwen opa fei hard for moto abama na obetesa ha sebere Osman
ameshubi
sebere san for na aba no obeka che omo young ohun say
papa no friend
Abdullahi
Yusuf. Ay. Say up a position or your campaign. It will be biara obe nkofo de bia no beka. But my mental first part and what I'm not down on foreign football. Also us not on share live.
Her live match in
on share live match that. It's a repeated games and the dead matches. Even with that session alone, Poma me who be on yen no careful. Yes, how can you tell me this story? Obi a pebble when you ball lechi. Na yeka the best leagues, the best competitions, the best players. Who had to focus to me? They are looking up to some of these big teams way. Watch one more than what you see. So if you tell me you don't watch their games and show one baller, Ruby, how can you learn?
Are you sure?
Yes, how can you learn?
There are people in Ghana who have football and now we need.
Damon Kofuno. And one no or your interest personally. But if you want to be part of an organization, you need to learn from the best practices. That's what I'm saying. Until Sabaka that I will and show foreign football. Then what's something new are you trying to bring on board?
I don't know, but to me I read it from other sources.
You see, football we develop out to the extent today in the supporting groups in Pono, they are an integral part of how football clubs are run. Everywhere in the world, this is how they do it. In FIFA club work, we are talking about African teams now. Look at their supporting base, especially the North Africans. Look at the proper organization. What group we are from when is it extreme supporters? They have a name for it. I mean, they organize themselves. The ultras, yes, ultras. You're quite always what for that way be. Then I say I started the ones who create ultra. And once we can all of a sudden now as na go honum. You learn from the best practices and how they do it to honum. Now Ruby born with TV. They say it's not only about the game, it's about the organization, officiating, how to improve our leagues. Until the boy we will come here. Now say football no come. We look at what has happened elsewhere. Situation by now but we see what for that. Was it what to know where you won't fit that situation? How did they do with that situations? Urban security wise, at a point in time we're discussing stewardship in our game of honum. Abrofi 1 year of honum. So if you don't want to learn some of these things, let's say catch and try there. Because I put a busy heart to folks supporters chairman. I believe that I'm a front into no. I made them in performing football. I made them in shop bimpo. Or I am a corner. Then it means I'm not bringing any new thing on board.
Sir.
That's how I see it. That's my view on damn accession. Oh, the first one will be in front 20. Or can down young for the day. Or pay your local football now. I may in front 20. No polia. Yakupon or twins at the friend. Kotoko supported him that brainty. Home macho, away macho. Pierre and Rosage. Or now never. Everyone knows who come hadi. Papa ya can ask him about match no kofo butu ma pinpoint today. Ya match away wa hadi no wa hadi. Your local game your home match we no wa hadi. By your position na you do campaign time na. You can send bia na is egu mo honom. But watch na that is his opinion. Ma attack on honom.
And you jin this on share foreign games.
Oh me jinzi.
O just head ball.
Me jinzi Ruby me jinzi.
O bia.
Minjinzi.
We are no kakra.
Oh, Osho. Your pass Osho one.
Uncle Paul say we don't have football.
Uncle Paul Osho.
Bakano.
No, contract they be all the Chelsea some was.
I was Chelsea women fellowship into on peso bet.
Osho.
Sir.
Osho suma. Osho.
Okay.
Say enshene dem. Osho one.
So obi ni Ghana ha no ma obi on hwe Ghana, on hwe football.
Ebia no onya access to ebia pay TV. Ebia they say free to air channel see aba. Epe ball ahwe epe Ghana Premier League ahwe weekend. Na game bia mba TV do. Etima koto kokofu when obobo catch them there because I'm foreign football. Is that possible?
It's not possible.
Oh, it's not possible.
Okay.
It can't work. But on the second part,
strategy no.
Yeah, strategy no use no. Yes, it may be a good strategy. In fact, Obia will not corner for that there. Or imbibe the spirit of local football and then how to focus into the youngsters now urban. And for me, I may not want to begrudge him so much or honor. But here can I say me and there is a hunko me make the school no. Na what year books was a bar, a bone Zidane, na the picture that do, a bone that Betty Pele, na the picture that do, a bone who Stephen Appiah, Michael Essien. Ruby, what was the main factor in China we used to among Kofuno was one Google books because these guys, you know, why BBR easily you can check their records easily. Now they were in our faces. One performance in maybe a way, you know. Now you can easily find out to make the 2006 World Cup, for instance. The moment you talk about that competition, you know, I will play first now over with him. Stephen Appiah, Asamoah Jamu, they are there. So it is normal then, not around that time, you know, so you have to go to book. You usually want to check some of these things, you know. It's a host of players one books or honum. But players anytime you want wasn't boss you know. Those players, you know, and I play to one books in B. Now what you more honum. Now it may be good, now it may not be a bad strategy. There young tum na in your books are yes, they had to folk for one history and on your pictures now to be about to honum. But it will be the question in your day. Are we talking about the old glories, you know? And the new things that club no warrior now, as it am a spirit, you know, or I bet you kofu womu day. Yes, at that tender age, you know, you had to focus into me and support one. You the other clubs in front 20, you Chelsea in front 20, and Arsenal, Manchester United, no, you front 20 and support on one. Aside from just the books, you know, in fact, even the books in Pono, we say open about 20 books. How can you convince somebody that okay, we book no next, you know, for her to for one place, one pictures. The club logo when history no front to honum. And that's like I said about printing the books.
Books.
Books are not about printing in a year. Books are in a year what to print. In a year, let's be very honest to ourselves. So you print books there prayer church man for in a year, books are not what to print. Now watch that man for man there. One generation wants the history of Accra had to folk. That's the question. In fact, I go back and make a commercial.
Okay.
Or the number say print books and I say be Ronaldo in the picture or that. About to my turn nationwide. But yeah, you can watch me. Why you know I quite time from the one general one share. How many books about to mobile yet? Now I quite.
Now, every almost me who a friend say be a printing
press.
Omo books, you know.
Yes.
I'm Ronaldo remove picture so much say be a yeah, the house the aba nte bia mo print am fa bia a pedest number of copies mo fa house and you go actually near they can also do it.
Of course, in America, no say area na man commercial. You need to convince them.
Of course.
Because I for go to book now, or Lionel Messi or Channel Ball or your idol. And so call no permits in the book now what pick booker Messi picture date. Pick booker Ronaldo in the picture or date. Chelsea no pen pictures or date. Arsenal no pen pictures or date. But how to folk in they say a bit afro baby there. On by Heart of Folk play one point. Even the Heart of Folk stand supporters in Pono. Missy, you prominent player with Heart of Folk. Now for the picture, fortunately, you're one. They cannot mention their names. That is a big problem. In urban visually now, we don't even get to see those players. You know, yeah, it's ones in. But just to know the players, what you know how they are about you now.
Sometimes games in crowd frame be more players.
That is the problem.
By the printing books, they are books.
I feel that on your sustainable. Yes, that's my point. When you sustainable.
And to mean train crowning by spirit anymore.
Obeying. But you see, there's also another strategy. Maybe they can consider a lot of it. Okay. Abrofia ya can na same way. Arabia me can rubi nyama kitin or touch nyimpa na akoma. Forever and ever. Able to do be a cancerous patients or hospital on Tapo. Na Liverpool, the whole team. What's what year kids day at work hospital be what question one. In Tafoba no that sabi owumpa no. Na Mohamed Salah ba when the idol we want bring player.
But say we put the house for kwa home nim numpo na. Okay, he for na ba hey as a house of folk for na ba.
Or you can gestures.
Yeah, some Ghana.
It's in Cambo from a World School League the Minazi. Na ke Bianca had to folk in a way be maybe our support to school be. Maybe I had to folk go and do something. Maybe as a sponsorship so boss simple. Some from a justice bimpa branded in heart of folk colors. As a man, it touches their heart. It's already you know you heart of folk team be they come in to help us.
Okay.
Urban community engagement. Abrofi, this is what they do.
I said been as a crowd school be here books. Intelligent books more free, masted free, pens free. Then na house na their branding, their mama na biano no.
It's a miss on your bad.
On your bad.
On your bad. Strategy pro use on your bad. But yeah, kind of sustainability aspect of it, you know. Ebi okonoma or is kasam the mo.
Okay.
Until there's a corporate 10,000 copies Mafuma ko school Ghana the 10,000.
Also me start what auntie na bukom tashi nungwa obobo about 5 they will start from
that
there.
Is very good.
They will start from
but
there.
You see how to folk no or your club or your universal supporters no when you just one area the same as Kumasi as Anti Kotoko. In Tabia, yes, you want to get the catchment base.
Of course,
where
I Sunday so me park.
Yes, I want to say because in the catchment base now it works over there. But then beyond the catchment base, you know, you need to go elsewhere. And that is how we should look at some of these things, you know.
All right.
It will be me feel there. Let's learn from the best practices, you know, or a good strategy. But I don't see it as sustainable.
Okay.
But yes, Kasem now, the 1 point yes can organize your supporters, you know. You don't have the money. One just is replicas now. I don't know how much does he even get in. Obompa, Nimpa, you know what to be washed. and then I'm now about how the just no boy as in. It be so 500 cities, so I normal way. But ordinarily, if just in Bogo, how many of us can buy 500? Maybe now on 200. But in this way, you know 200 cities, or you know 150 cities. Ni Chelsea Manchester United is. Obey me wa question one.
Okay.
Until last week Friday, Yenya Salim Wahade. What's I go how one now? One just in 40 50, 60. Go for tomorrow to be when you watch our one. So these are about some of the things I by year. It will generate the interest, But I feel a lot of it, it come from the club in Nankasa. In this case, you cannot blame the FA. So amawo product, merchandise, based on your performance and how your team will become attractive. Ruby Warunto. Until they say Chelsea for one store, sir. It's only about the jersey so or pants that brand with Chelsea's in them. Or towels Nazi Chelsea's in them. They have caps that brand with Chelsea's in them. Books that brand with Chelsea's in them. Magazines Nazi. A lot of things. Phone covers are why with Chelsea for ones in them. And people go there, they buy it or honum. And then I say Real Madrid was a echo one Bernabeu honum stadium Nakasano. Aside from Ruby, one football controlled by inside, in terms of tourism and hospitality, close to a year, and when you're close to 1 billion euros,
okay,
that is Real Madrid for you.
Okay,
it tells you a kind of ways for that wire. How to focus commercial center. How are they even promote one commercial center there? Brahade, you will merchandise, you will goods na or honum.
Okay.
Yeah, when you are honum, but they don't take advantage of it. But if you do a good strategy.
It's a crying your book now. Don't fear what channel I'm saying. Damn, because school no has a folk Abraham book. Me share book me who semuni.
Yes, you come on my car say me there. A friend obey interest too, but I'll catch another papa there. Hey, daddy, I had to folk football. They didn't even know you until weekend young park. Bob found Ghana had the year. Oh yes, but that is the truth. Obeka, bon, you compare any bempo and quanquatempo and quashable. Papa, because that is the scorecard of our league. And we need to do massive improvement in some of these things,
Okay.
But I agree, we should start from somewhere.
All right.
It's say if this is how you feel, on starting baby, but there is more we can do to shape up the interest from an hour, but no way to my support the clubs.
May I say, has of folk catching them young, get your chronicle school, no better for kita has book. Exercise book no FKK Benjamin asari na deche edanimu eche asesi be deche anase Mohammed Polo deche akika nsem bia fa ho a ha sabakosem odba be chen man papa ofie Sunday akran baka say daddy yanko park yanko house ball FKK enya no ano no ede ani je ne dia ba nkran ani age Ghana league ne ho enya no ano no a wo siri ai ko ani wa
TV remo ano no
a ko ani wa 5 ai
okay, so said the Okasa on show for foreign league, the Yenja Mano. I don't know an asema. Send ye Saoshana also on shy and yeah, or don't know any. And also, or no bit to me, I do no crutches as or no name shy, Nimbano Mushe, no Mushe. Nimbano League Bear no Mushe. Nimbano Cosidum or Domoko. Among Kohe has games in Ibi. So now come a person said your castle also do has a movie bia ni moja crime say uchan ho baby and moja beba has colors or the run in many more na I know your questions are be busa but the all can na say o pedi bia baba bedi so and the bia no pe baba bedi so no or competitors or opponents I no obia ni campaign enti also can sama beto omo beko akogina mo ato aba no delegate no if I should say beto mo asoma to mo akoma so na afi omo nya gidie woni mu se indeed hearts of folk team a oba Ghana ha no ma ba no support dia ebia team be closer kotoko me can say ba no support na akasa ne din anodin na yemboaboa ya ho yenkeka ya ho bom sempo se omo enhyedampo endorso in a particular session wobra wako stadium ano omo kuta ene enwom omo beto ne de omo be no na ye nyina ye di akire ne ehu se de no omo hie ba ye say supporters o hwe omo wai onhyeda ehu omo yie se de no omo kambo ma no omo ye baako na omo eye du no unhu ni saa yesi ade no kambo ma ena edai ena so na emomu emu ye ebe nchiche abonse mumu aye ha say ha supporters ni mu aye ha enti ebia watena se ehun no hunu se me fa saa kwan so a me de saa strategy ko a ebia betimi aboa enti said the wosia kan nsam na ba no book ne ye na me sure said that the highest obetimi aye the notebooks. That is the true me exercise books be. Exercise books and ketwani be. Because me sure said the cover no ebeye color and I say ebeye colors so at here because so all the players in it toward the iron conquer black and white or say colors. And this air color the dia no a kabebam tibia hon na Osman e kan say ontime emprete ebia dodo na ebia obetimi acha ma na ko akire no nti na ono so kire mu say obe no eye miamia owo miamia bia o wa target so obe shase enso atimi adi afro I think say a good thing ontime nka say bad cra but the na me busa ho ne say ye nyina ye bia we abofra wani fi a wudi boy echi o kon be do boy a o pe boy na o pese wudi echire no den na attractive into that particular team na o supporting no na den ya den na entice o den na do call ye Chelsea a o support enye na Asha a o support den na do call na your books unianom no mo ho Raymond no some no mususa no mo so eba den na twom clubs no Chelsea be che books bi maamo ombeche jesi bi maamo ombeche bibi maamo enti de na etwe omo etimi ade koye ono papa na o se ha se woni mogya mu ye ni bibia na obi beche book bi de ma on se me sha se me mbongu se enye kra but de ye ka de be sustainable eni sa kra no okoche book ni ma na sort class maybe obetro mu all right obehu place no book na chi all right bibia be da ho be kenkan obehu but no be enough amano say on sorry obe preso obe kwa kohwe house of folk boku na na eyede na de no be kode na be ma na ka ho ye hu clubs yi se emre bi atwamu se na ase ye nhye da hu so mo enso ye saade no se eba no se clubs enton eye race bands on sa eye paraphernalia no mo ton no se hu so mo ton biom
my call as a heart game.
Yes.
Was it one of their games? And about Concofo na Concofo bi
I have for na first ani nim ye okumasi se ene betimi aka asu for your bad team na nkasa omo edisa omo race bands bracelet if you like omo edi about design no kama e chenso de e wo ho that time na ka eye omo replicas no ho de eye so omo Jesus na no omo ton no ho na match day time obetimi anya biato na ye club na nkasa de na omo etimi ade aba enti obeka ya sa time no e bia asa na onim so a no omo ba omo hye that team krofo eguma omo eye inspection say hwe sa amanfo bi atwa bi egumu ana enti na bibia no ekọ club no direct Jina be here na kotoko wo mo sa mo kotoko express no na mo in fact ekoya ampo ma nei sachet water e buy no fabulous mineral water omo so baba baby has na man shedante those about by the ban other paraphernalia na ne hu se has for so etwa bia na omo ye namely that wristbands ne sa omo jerseys ahodo replicas no any sa eche no has of ho for omo eche no omo ye ni nyina intine no wo ho na se omo agya ya no atiko enti se certain supporter bi ba na se oso aspire ye meto aba man na so be exercise books a ontimi nkasa ye bad kra ba me de me hu ni se enye no na be ma sa akra na wo nyina be ono se na adwene nyina ye Chelsea Real Madrid Barcelona Barca ni sa Real Madrid e komo wa chiri TV so na o hwe ba we omo atimi akra ti omo omo edi omo achi ebia na phone so wo hwe omo so utisi abontina utisi young guys I'm afraid ye football mu pa conversations omo discuss ya about some rofu clubs ya na me busa say dey na attract omo ye meche hwe ma omo ebi kro omo jerseys kro omo ni ba omo to edi akiri dey ya proper branding proper football result so what you say results and them atwe sam kra no etimi ade ba enti one compare no hwe is not a matter of say o ma oba no enhwe foreign leagues no anase wo papa no unhwe bi no entimi nya adwuma no but e bi o waga na o da sori a enkoma bi a ya ti bia na ye say has share say omo share 3 omo share 4 has kwa Africa wakoche lali wa hye no wakɔkye ɛyɛ wak wahyɛ no wakɔkye Sundowns wahyɛ no ɛno bi na ewuro mu tirim a de bia consistently ɔte TV akyi na mpo ana yemu bi kwabena yɛboa na ɛma yɛ fall in love with your league ya o na Monday duru a o kwa pe ɛyɛ sports highlight ahwɛ wate baabi adi na obi ani hɔ ɛyɛ ɔno a sports highlight that time before no po bɛhwɛ a bi a 2 minutes bi wɔyɛ yes last minute ɛno po nhwɛ mpo mo ani nje because thought seconds so no yi otwetwa so de aka ne yɛ kasa bebre no akasa de amount by your league no onya botre ekyirem eyi highlight no ma wo hwɛ bi enti sa era no na yenso e wo kwan a na yenso e fa so e fall in love with your league na results no e wo ho the quality pictures no mo show it to me the my consistent results and na me kan say uwia e bebusa say ha se say kotoko e say Ashanti Gold e say intermediate say ne waka no megiri say supporting base no person be lead you nti won kan nsem bia ye omunti bi da supporters ni nti bi da say be o betimi ato aba e dia ma no for me ono atena se obetimi ehun saade no eno nko an hye da nya ina maka say enye bad kra e betimi ayi bi e be san akwa twe won mo de aba de SS for no or the bosses be akwa for ma match days so ma be hwe game na no so no so obetimi aye ba no so enye sustainable okay na ye league ya eduru baby mika nya ntachitam o se ma opese ma ebe free no mo ba ni free simple no mo ba eduru mo free student in Crimpo te se baba yara se ko ase o tia amas eben just a street na e between no mo tia media ne say no mo ba omo ma free for students but omo ma the how attractive enough and all right the how no na was say ye hwe say ka ye club si FA onesi coaches no players no you don't want to league ne ejina ne na so a sai nsem okeke obi nchira koda no nyame obi nchira koda nyame no aka no enti example no ada ho so no ase won hwe no there na attract and young guys no ne empompanimfo ya no mo beka say ebi a panyini na obi anya bi da babu frade obi aye bi enti mpanimfo na aye din dia mo so mpo bekwa akohwe ye league sese no adentra omo hu de omo hu players mo hu players e wo aha no mo sese omo kura se enya attractive and farm omo be come bro fi wakwa ya how much more bro ya sese o just say the we ase bie ni technology o phone so far ya o download the app bia no games ni nyina no o hwe wo so no o so de no exercise book and e cause sana adwen okay me da FKK
the real sports is here
no is caught in no man's land it's Marley
Kastle the sports king
Mami focus net here from Rasobi 0244 408 046 0244 408 046 and 0244 408 354 Papa mabefio ya chemi book a house book Sunday yanko hwe player no da e house book no achi enye no ano no hello good morning okay mama hello good morning Miss Ruby Adam aquarium organizer and a penny to na happen to them yeah who ye pa aquarium woman mata Miss Ruby ehwe sisi agani ya yewe ye ka falling league no yi Ghana league Miss Ruby where me play so ehwe hin na wa hwa na pa no penny on all kale on all share falling game in aquarium me Miss Ruby on a aquarium me in ya again on no hwa that mistake can no after more share maybe say for share falling one no say alone ya sebeti kan o mama sisia aso folk an there obeye bibi wa 2 minutes na baka na sha na share falling league da akoy me wala me ni ya juro ina sisia aya share falling league pass na ni aya ye local league no kaka akoy ma kan me da say hello good morning Miss Ruby Reverend Konwani good morning Reverend yeah bandit funny na FKK and the PF is Wakasapa. Miss Ruby, remember 1 o'clock, if you chess match, you can't die. You can't get it. Beyond the only answer is your body. I didn't see. Because of the package. Oh, what package? Oh, let me say, Miss Ruby, chess from Koto Benfica book and why? Okay.
I'm going to go to Benfica goalkeeper. Yeah, FK Kakano, and one me say no, me per se no. So me go school. And I don't have a name attractive heart to food. Yes, let me swap. Let me brand it in the park. The first time I'm here hard to make grass, I will see the park. We have a farmer. I have a ball. Then the bushy, they go to let me say, wow, what a crap. I want me to follow hard. And say, where we are. And you need package. We need package. That's it.
That's Reverend. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Babaski.
Miss Ruby.
Elmina Shaz, I'm not printing my books now. They're players in the actually. I'm Uncle.
Miss Ruby, this year, Indomie, my family, no Abba, and your book in order that down. And yet, player, Obocho, a Nenimana, the Nidigo books, a chin about that family and again. Darby. Miss Ruby, I'm more support as a folk, no. Yeah, Ishmael. No man was about here as a folk. Because now, there, what born, would the unya be purple. This is a boiler war week, boiler gun a leg and angus and Ponalo said that. And it seems no woman angus a war bob, but not said that. And the books are Jabba Adam, farmer here. And number from Wabanoa, while you know a fast chain you do. You must not be too much phone or ye, I'd be a mamma phone. To me, you may be one mamma moon being butter. The alphabet there said the books are the better that be on you, Juma. Mano, as some all can day, on Ghana leg, you find a foreign leg. Or England, another Organa.
Organa,
Organa has some sharp which Mensah, I could use some dynamic candy.
Medase, Baboski, Medase. Now, as Uncle Paul, Osman. Uncle Paul the message about or say me show Tom tell us man me show men shabba football I want for come mama for football and you want the Ghana League. Hello, good morning.
Miss Ruby.
Yes, sir.
Miss Ruby has you know so yes I'm another interview to kill body. The personal for the born up. What is the master me on one for the catchy, the moment to more. That the personal for fall no. And now, that will be no or she, but on Peroka, you know. Hey, man, shall fall now. No, I said, you. Then shall fall in the power, maybe sports the way you fall in the prayer and punk away, just look at them, make a fall and worker. Now, what's a shall fall? And I'm thank you, kill David.
Medase, okay. I'm face one more. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Asa Khalifa,
Best female sports presenter, a host and a commentator. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Asa Khalifa, the taxi driver.
Metisane, if you can say no Pablo's water. But I say, okay, and as one can.
Okay.
Pablo's water. You know, Pablo's airline. What I say, hey, no phobia airline. What I say, no. Oh, no phobia airline. I mean, no water. But as you said, no. And reinforce the number in them, and then the number in them. And so you don't expect them to come and follow you before it become attractive. When I was so money attractive and sana and follow. What I said, and so one year, you don't expect them to follow and sana and attractive. And to do this now more kind of matter. Oh, quality players, who call for shape players, no more. I mean, results are coming. And to know automatically, nobody ever can just go back. And I said, nobody can say, I mean, house this you. Automatically, one can say you buy because the results are coming. Things are properly done. Now, I know my visit bank, some, number was I mean, my was match. So what? Because no results, what I said. And to know, I mean, there's to put things right. Results in the bar, you all follow.
Okay.
Whether we like it or not, Chelsea, those are the results in the bar. No matter, but whether we like it or not, it has reduced. It has reduced. But because the results are now coming.
Okay.
And so let's do things properly. Why?
Medase Asa Khalifa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Honorable Jaru.
Miss Ruby. No example. Come on, Miss Mohammed Odunabedo from Pomans, you could see appear, Mama Quanum. Downtown, not on a heart. Not what could go over anyone, and yes, so number pay heart, maybe something your heart with me. Not what could share 1, simple for or chim or should be a 10. because the way I got question and me so no. Omo then Oshino because that time when the Ghana football ni swa ni afabo. When we then oye de obi nche be kodom dem timi. When the way I ask where the going my next person be that him. Because my I was better him. In 9 days Ghana football na ngasa na bidi America e dey papa na odi empana simu. All the management na Ghana football association na ngasa na president na ngasa so ordinary video dey odi sifo. Okay. Because the president already the gone. It's mommy. Bon na set na besa sa mo fra man we tinye pinya ata na go do sport da tinye nya me eduma.
Me da say eno ntina mo fra na ye be kwa school mu ni akọchicho mu books a House of Folk Enfoni Egugu Achire. Ebe boa mankora na hu house abakosem no. Hello, good morning.
Miss Ruby.
Uncle Ben, yeah.
Good morning.
Uncle Ben, good morning.
It's your other planet.
Yeah, just so.
Miss Ruby, maybe so I send you. Every heart full, but no cause of the one yaka. I don't know why no politician. Akushi. That is Ghana for you. But Ghana is just saying that people don't follow you. It's a mystery that we go away. Minimum one. It's our what my culture there. And we know what the bus is best for secondary school or bus of Nako Stadium. But I'm at the headmaster there. After I asked master, what will you do? Oh, just a question.
Oh, I asked him.
You see, look, man, you're a bloody liar. These are the things that I'm telling you. Some papa are very attractive. In them, I would books. Mama come out some time so.
Okay.
I found that let Ghanaians know that America, America, I was home in Europe. But over summertime.
Okay.
That is why I heat near them. I yesterday, I'm not America where they are. Over summertime.
All right.
Yeah, but no one's on the walk.
Uncle Ben, me pacha me da se Michelle. Mama squabble be na me forward just watch. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, Senior, good morning. Yeah, why did I swatch and so want to make? Hello, good morning. Mama fa won see o hoy na me for. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ubi.
Ten Hag ni.
This is Ten Hag.
Ten Hag get you.
This is for Panama man.
Oh,
man. Or say in your voice and the pan kasa. But Miss Ubi, enyima. I hear time issue sono. Time issue sono na e secondary school akono. Say you call if GHS na you we your question inter schools competition. Tima oya no. Na you feel it there, you join them team no. Atasibia. Inti on the pitch. Say about who was na. E Mary King obey a compliment to we humanitarian. Yen kedo your bad. On your bad at all. Even team Palifidelius na nyobe na. It is good. It's just to compliment the performance on the pitch. Inti other chain there, baby had to folk about more than that to folk team no obey ye may be a good football shirt with TV donors. And Sunday we are back sharing there, even if we put my donations. Now the button for non start they can change there and share foreign league. I mean on poor can you put no mood up bullet up.
Oh may I say no so if you know I'm foreign matches. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Me pacho din baby friend free.
Pacho solophobia.
Oh, solo. Wow, when I win ye.
Me should be this time match here when we were tier 4. And what for me sure say FM station and I'm all the social media platform. Mobile my central region there. I mean yeah. Never to home. Mo ye juma ye pan. Na match here incoming chairman. Baby, say I'm in Kastle and me FM station. Mo juma mo ye no esoni. And chairman and she showed you go come any message or they back as NCC chairman and what thing. He said your football no
good.
And GFA will never help Ghana Premier League no. Yan your best sorry na ya ye. Into yes started from scratch. You don't call any shots. You don't know who Ghana football we should teach them. We should introduce Ghana football to them. Yeah. It to their doorstep. Me and some Ghana football players no. Anything they have to focus shots here. Yeah, biggest club nearby be or bad time can see or that Ghana football no. SC and stretch them Kalano. And me also make chairman could be and do forcing or by us
regional NCC second vice.
Okay.
Chairman Fortin into Menoka say the Gusue Quapro.
Boquapro.
To be Bia Otto Abani be I executive and delegate no. Message or Quano Akai Chairman Yusuf, any chairman do Fortin, not in Columbia Basadia. As we will rise again, as we will never fall. Continental Club Master.
Medase solophobia. Ya Joso Yadase. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pachodin baby or free.
Oh, Osman, I don't know Anajo.
Osman, I don't feel Anajo. So Osman worry now. Tinu Yadi in Nabako. Anajo de you.
I'm perfect. Now, so in that I paid my tax.
Oh, vice, so pass just Anajo de Pau.
Oh, the one Anajo.
Yet you.
Now, Papa no say on share foreign football. No. Hey, oh yeah, some more. We obo craft you so back crowd back na oboa hwe ne strategy na o use no onfa all because minia kakraba the last time if you buy me buy no share Chelsea match na me call flash call me ko check in akotoko football me ka de hey yensesa no na yenko share kotoko match imaso kan say me sana akwade no daddy said I should watch cartoons
yeah
I'm say let's Chelsea match man yeah kwashe kotoko kwashe cartoons all because we offend the camera quality or a bad into osha wonya interest bia wo who players no mpo it's say obey odo ye nyoma ye now ona so ye nyoma ye there is no need to beche books adina ngasa be attracting mo fama no mo akoshe na so be hwe nya ye nya daje nko park no se better television wa hwe na se ye hu players ne dia no ye nhwe kra that is it
me da say na jo de me fa my last caller for the segment na fancy. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me pa chodin baby or free.
Yeah, so for you on my Sunday.
So what baby can be your time.
Yeah. With the message election here ko message penifo ne Obibia original as aspirant mema enyekwaya atembidie kunya na ato ewe timba akum atembidie bremem okona obibia etwa so okotoma no message ato akoma so etwa so otoma no message no akwa akotoma no na edin kunibia betim no NCC obibia obewi ni bia no eden setan ye de breaking no enye bibia na ye de breaking no ti message ye konso ani akai ye chairman and the first ene chairman UC any can be a club me now there.
All right.
Nyamisho bibia.
Me da solophobia. Yeah, that's my father segment. City has a folk about to no and eboba no and pay for you mutino. Ebeshe na ya kan wasem. Or say I have my doubts that aspirants can do what he's saying. It's just rhetoric, okay, and that you will print exercise books and share to various schools. Just keep note that to give birth is not problem, but money for cocoa. Okay, madam say, also bringing school children to the stadium is not feasible because the headmaster or mistress must seek the consent of the parents or guardians before the said children can attend such matches. Okay, Uncle Paul. So, okay, you. As for in our Osman.
Of course.
Okay.
And to phone cophobia in Banco Park. Besides, born for weekends no obo. And say if you are targeting the basic schools now, weekends a woofy. It's a business when you want phone fee the wonko. It's just the bottom down approach.
Okay. Good morning, Miss Shobi to you and a wonderful pundit. I agree with us, man. In fact, the man vying for the position isn't truthful. How can you tell as you watch Hearts or folk matches? If this man should win, he will send us to relegation next season. Football is dynamic and even the European learn from each other. Sabaya the Friesian. No, they ever and they are not pay. May I say for your message. And I'm we and to us na for Yamra Amanone. And I'm sure we're okay. Let's fix the basic things and we will love the game. The game is gone. Growing up, my parents used to divide us. My siblings and me between the two biggest football clubs in Ghana, Hazafuke and Asante Kotoko. I remember my little sister proudly saying she and our dad were hard supporters, while my mom and I rooted for Kotoko. We kept that rotation alive until around 2013 when I stopped listening to match commentaries. I have lost interest. Everything about the game feels gone now. Just recently, I passed by the Cape Coast Stadium. It's in a terrible state. Good morning, and have a great day. It's me, Be Bright. Be Bright. Yadase papa anope yadase. I say they should bring it to Cape Tech. I just say Cape Tech for why day. I don't books in Cape Tech. Okay. Oh, we have books out. Okay. All right, Antino, FKK.
Yes.
So that if I can one, no, Auntie, you will see. Because as no can
I mean, say, Obeka ye to asuma, ka ube hu your friend say.
The support.
Yes, the support. And I say, ka ube ti the outcome, no feedback, no ka ube hu ye. Clearly, a more ha. Me, science have a more ha.
Catching them young, no.
Like me to me kasa enye kra say that me come to me bongu kra but me hu ni say yedin yedin za de no entimi attract say catch them young ne sa de no enye
what my chronic books pen has in phone that so okofie no catch me say daddy I want to go and watch this player our partner in Kopak. How to mean pushing papa to take him to
team no shasi anya attractive enough.
Yes.
Our pitch no so.
I can't go papa
resource no shasi.
Papa kwa point trenechi ma say baby now.
Resource no shasi bra. Say DHS fu ni nkroyo mo be phone so mo use nya phone so. Dodo na so bet o mo twanya bet ketwa. Okọ betting eye no so a platforms no so a teams so hu o mo foreign teams ya. So atiase.
We follow mo games.
O follow mo. In fact, obi hono pa team e man di bebre no kra popo pe na asem. Aha, ni nyina wo hono ma wo hwe ho.
So mo ya that married in Barcelona no.
So atiase. O mo di apart from so mo di no, ball no so mo ball. Ah, da sorry a onim Mbappe. Onim Vinicius Junior. Bobo players ni di. So onim sa players no. Enti e hono na wo se ye hwe se ye clubs no. O mo ncha hye se o mo di players a on be nya on be attracted sa interest no into media if you ask me woni ma dia ma wo pair ball woni ma dia ma wo ko di wo team na wo support no and ntwa mu and sesa ye and sesa da then na we can say ye nyina hu books ni bi ameka those days ye bo afcon unze no mo wo booklet bi anom ye na enhye da any TV so bebre into mo ba as mo prior to their competitions no mo print out those booklets no bo say national teams ni nyina no yes omo ayo mu history eno omo bibia omo photos no bibia kama eno no na wo ho ba me nya no na ma me kokohwe me chinchina na mpe wo TV no so ahwe and say me pa ahwe no wa hwe omo e wo book no mu de ba ball be na obeton ama ball be na obeton ama until that time minim Nigeria because Nigeria ba obehyew obehyew Ivory Coast ba Obaba be shawako. Then time I nim Cameroon. Egypt for nya nansia na wa Egypt se no mo dada. O per countries are almost so sha sia no mu gidi no mo ye consistent wa AFCON na. Ubebo Sudan for na come asem. Dey nti na come asem. Come no mo ta host bi. That time na ye 4, they are there. Na ye 8, no mo wo ho. Aye tutumba nyina, they were there.
All right.
But now unto mo kan because amu wini amu bo papa bia emfa mawo ene ye kan Egypt ase me di entra because we wini ehye na mpre bebre en anu ya bubo players abaka se wo Africa ha
yeah sure
ya ho amudi na ne ebo
Egypt for ya
abutrika ya den ebuku ntina na
obo
enye buka
all right
bo papa bi obebo entra
okay enti ye fancy na yenko amanone ye behwe the Abekwa Kofa ba wo honom honestly SMP asma SMP pa me say remember na ye nya krase na any TV me can the first time me hear TV kire wa enya 19 asam na me ya da ba ya as 2007-18 mu 2007-18 mu an Osman ya kuma ntra na etie me fie papa na me mama nya no me kotokofo na te say enya easy but nanse am kotoko bo has last season ni kotoko ne bo has ana me kwa from say ball no mu kotoko o say hey papa so mo Chelsea so am say obi kotoko me ma me momu na ono de we de Ghana league ne de o ye de ya kono sports de be obetie sports so tie no craft phone kwa wakati no adwani to so craft phone o de tie commentary no me papa they say body on married 90 no we ja to atwene enti na SMP and even say I was ade no not only going to the stadium no but nipa no TV china say or help I was onja boy ni bi share
me should be if you make a very salient point there at a point in time now you print books but carry your school you no books or but was in my we print football clubs no one history na no be able to because you want to learn about these clubs you know in the damn age you know and you do the social media world you know you do we asa in the kita phone and pon TV bio in the on phone do watch one live matches everything so how can we make sure that the content about social media about online about so much attractive to more from our world no in the question how to focus on pages we know the people said only dissemination of information but now but na question Real Madrid for one Chelsea for one Arsenal for one and more content to go on no me the
Instagram holiday there me the bia every second bia me na mo because me pe bia
oh yeah fine Ruby much na dey na maka Ghana hade the next 10 years to come Mediama will be the most vibrant club in Ghana not because Mediama for supporters bia but if you look at their quality of their pictures, one content, support. This is how you do it.
And their jerseys are available. You can get some to buy.
It's in Ruby. Now you make sure that you know why it's in this regard. No, might be more blaming the league organizers, which you cannot rule them out. But you know, some young clubs, say, but you it's a typical example. Now you are pointing with Kumasi and Santo Kotoko. Odu baby, what could training in pa? Player ne kilometers o temika na was aba ne touches ne matches all boy ne start na azin nyina no they say to say make analysis you can make reference to those ones no but in that you can say born ya hwe ne tra you are man of the match but there you argument wo hu because you dey yard we yard me want say anything to back those nyama
nyama yeah but weekend we are on division 1 league no Daniel ni agye na almost say on ye team of the week
of the week
now I just say Premier League no fata that now me call comment am say ohun no hefa na
you see this argument you are talking about there is nothing
based on one say VMOs no we and man player of the match no enti yi ma omo a then the answer omo bu say we should all the bar was say we check the position nipa no obo enti e bia me the Vera kwa Vera striker at the ma ebia police ladies am their call into ombe the player of the match nya na maka bom sebia na ha na o ma ya
position so no
near the
at this agent
no festival yanko amanane yeni nkomo amanone
the real sports is here.
Lawyers caught in no man's land. It's Marty.
Kastle the sports king.
Pepper powder. This advert is FDA approved.
Ridge Royal Hotel, Second Reach Cape Coast. Rooms smell so fresh and clean with cozy and comfortable beds. A gym and swimming pool for your recreation and relaxation. And the food. Buffet served every day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Alongside fast foods like sandwiches, pizzas and pancakes. That is simply delicious. Ridge Royal Hotel offers you the best half and full day conferencing packages. Indeed, that's a perfect experience for you in the Asian's capital, Cape Coast. And my go-to place anytime, any day. Visit ridgeroyalhotel.com.gh on the web or call 031-2003-222 or 050-1672-908 for more. Ridge Royal Hotel, richly inviting and comfortably yours.
Fanny say what the 1 Ghana cedi, every 30 Ghana cedis. Cool.
Cool chop. And I say 30 Ghana cedis, 300 Ghana cedis. Cool chop. 100 cedis bet.
Kastle FM 90.3. Heavy.
50 times. Ewo yibako agudi anymore. Near here say obey abapano. Free otariki to ebimu. Matter to 6 ewomu. Ama wedding kunim. Na anya enunkwana no. Bobako anase bo a 9 impreno. Debia nanya 2 Ghana cedis free. Wumpe we na upet yen. Dial star 946 hash. Na shasi e bonus siya. Enele ensa eshe game pack agudi anymore. Enye mawana wondi ifye edu watching.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marty!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM. So the Mensah mo akwa being from Robert Mensah Sports. So it's 10 minutes past 8. Hey, Osman. Hey, any. Better go 15 minutes. So I'm Heaven's Gate inside UCC. Update on Nico Williams. I was doing FKK presentation, you know. Or can't asem. I still about some coach US can Good morning. I want updates on Mbappe. Well, Lucy wait to against Salzburg. No, Mobi. I say I'm coffee reggae from town. Kastle FM all the way. I keep on doing the good work. God bless you all. Yeah, that's saying. So, I say he is lying. Who is lying? Gospel. The man is not lying. Also on share, but football on share. Good morning, Miss Ruby. For me, Ghana Premier League. I will come to Asankem and eat nitrogen business center the free aqua no the Abba. I say hello, Miss Ruby. Kindly do this inquiry for me. Which team in Ghana has won the African Champion of Champions Cup before in the annals of Ghana football? Uncle Paul, okay. Hey, Uncle Paul. All right, Osman.
Miss Ruby.
More 15 minutes. All
right,
okay. Quickly.
But we are not away. Kwabena Crunchy Sage. Yes, and the birthday. Yes, he's one of the vibrant and then the youngest. Urban the media space who Kruma had there, no so urban home was in the park. Yes, and numbers in most you are, and maybe I make a day. You come and said you who the growth when it comes to your media space, you know. But then when an individual so tomorrow remnants will make a difference. The many culture you tum na yebona bad but in there na woda and then the brother crazy bar for dicey and also na yen for opportunity we do another use this platform we do na yen fan ratio ye Kwabena Crunchy Sage happy birthday yankopon onshire na onye ne kese na ontum na only from grace to grace na ontum onko na nyimo honum nti Kwabena Crunchy yankopon onshire happy birthday to you na driver kaito so minche no honum Miss Ruby straightforward yam call FIFA Club World Cup no na ended our games ni bi aza otum na okod wo honum na interestingly nkofo be na we nyu age and especially Mensah as no otum no si orko no obi an nyu age and then the result no is it is very good. And then our Auckland City boy against Boca Juniors, me sure there was a disappointing result now. Obezima or the Boca Juniors for no. Yes, because no expectations no was so repair I said buy the share 10. And Benfica kwa share 6. In this Akaboka Fumbo 11 point do these two clubs now. Just get a win. But instead of kwa draw honum. Now Kwafono won't go on the buy in the 52nd minute no. What you want today? My tournament and one now. In fact, why just one another honor? But maybe it is understandable. Because you have a tournament of 32 clubs from different continents and countries na waba. Now so before that now almost obiara tournament bobino club be to match go. One continue want to na one go. But it tells you the improvement and once one team wabum. First match or just 10, second match or just 6. And then the last game no do Kofi no. Or trade draw on one should go in that particular game. So definitely $1 million once Wajaka wins the canoe, which is very good for them. Ali. Wonderful. Eli. Okay, yes. And once we to go. So for me, it is something that Makeda wants to my born about the ones we to not why that my feet. But Boca Juniors is a lot is desired of them. But obviously, once we to make him in the competition and Yaman Koye. And then a Benfica buying game, no, not buying our qualify already. Into an years in common, America be there. Some are buying now. Yes, you want to go forward. When you want to win your match. But then Elba qualifying and question Chelsea no. Miss Ruby, yes, or a tournament competition be able to me see. Chelsea in the meantime no tournament or by one shot when you want to be one. But there's a question when it comes to crucial games, they have a certain mentality about one matches, you know. Shabaya and Fono so they're a good side, but me feel the tournament way no. Once one shot when you want to that club by any buy and 4 of yesterday years, you know. they are still trying to find their feet or honum. And at the end of the game, na performance, I felt that Bayern funded no one probably win the game. Yes, I feel that no problem avoid the Chelsea any big match biano. No one concentrate on the others. Now we're to know what call any more honum. And then there's actually a squad that was a bad now. Was the same mark a crap, but then on any day, behind these are players or against Benfica on any day. They should be able to beat them or honum. Of course, and then they got the chances. A host of them. Now come if you don't go to Nanka when you at least a goal or honum. Some of the players, Sabasha Hurricane Mumpa, second half when they came in, they got those chances, Eventually they got a goal. But unfortunately, Hurricane, he was in an offside position, interfered with the play, and a referee watching offside in that particular moment, But even aside from that, they went a step further, got all the opportunities, to match or in fact, one force is winning pono, but you know when you happen to know what big go honum. But Leverkusen another Benfica for the support chair there. Once we had that junction, you have a tournament. Na a really match is able to make scar. Forget about the next stage. I could do 13.5 million. But then make sure that you also be able to make the best out of that situation. And I wonder that was what to take one chance in the first half. Was a very good goal honum. And see 1-0 no, it went in favor of Benfica, and that means there's a coach group now. Benfica funo and a Ukwezi first in the group. When you have 7 points or honum, and a Bayern funo when you have 6 points, and a Boca Juniors when you have 2 points or honum -1, and a Afe Auckland City once or no 1 point, and a once was Kofia and wasn't one or two no kind of honum. So this is how that group no two no pan out of honum. 1 o'clock a.m. no or Chelsea for one group no it also pan out of honum. Chelsea against Esperance de Tunis, make end the wadi there. It was a game match. Chelsea for being down 3 points, to qualify to the next stage, Enzo Maresca, confession and you there, Papa Nejumono, especially the kind of experiments on your Chelsea team on your 1 year, and against Flamingo. We saw what he did in that particular game. Fast forward into the game and now match game, not only here 3 maximum points. Ruby's a share squad, or the boy now. Still now, no child that ma changes na about Kodana wire and to be the best players who feel there in positions to be on ma or be able to my ball honum until that Philip Dragons in your opportunity by starting game Josh Champion was no called the right back corner Malo Gusto called the left to honum Echo Finfin one this time round he went in for Enzo Fernandez and then Romeo Lavia as his holding midfield base number 10 Christopher Nkunku Madueke and then Drisby Hall one on the flanks for boy and a delay no opportunity Obo as the striker for the team Yes, I was in form. In fact, Chelsea dominated in all spheres First half, second half, everywhere. Or as I Chelsea will dominate your honor. But the good thing in there, the striker for the team for me, I see him there. Definitely next season So you start the season proper. I bet you may get the nod ahead of Nicholas Jackson. Yes, one thing about him in there. Ruby, aside from the goal scoring, but now on far that my physicality and you bring a game he's able to do it to honum. Until that you go and kono for the share any other striker, and I believe in Podes and Nicholas Jackson Ebian Kobatra and Kobako forward. But once or 10 defender he saw the space there, so just to the right hand and the left hand side now, obviously an easy goal. And no tomorrow finish with honum man wasn't about kind of honum. But Enzo Fernandez, meaning whatever the coach has been able to do with the guy. But Oban there also goes Obotuma Shebi. Omo assistant so Obotuma into the brace of assistant and our branch of Koya no so wasn't also in your honor. It's in kudos to Enzo Fernandez and then for me, my risk came up about it because there was something missing about the boy. In the way to more uncover boy no so I started there. All my endowment statistics, which is very good for him to know. Kudos to him or honum. Now LAFC boy against Flamingo. Okay, 1-1 or honum. Flamingo for no ready way to now. Wa qualify yewi nti won so pon 1 point wo tum wo change for the group no say Flamingo for no PK 7 points and after Chelsea PK 6 points or honum and that was good or honum and that means there say Eshe based on the table CCA or yaza Chelsea for no against or club or from or Benfica and which also will be a crucial one if Benfica were against Bayern Munich is anything to go by Chelsea would have to play above themselves to win that particular game no. But I feel that Mbenudu I wasn't come but the favorites based on the result I so far no me feel that I will give Chelsea the upper hand but Mbenudu I wasn't come because a lot can change in those matches no now Bayern Funo against or Flamingo Funo and we ma catch your house your office no na America there at this junction I feel about who the European clubs in there their performance no but na we improve honum because about the business end of the tournament so that is how it is going to be honum and then you bring 7 p.m. 2 games over kodu honum. I'm expecting Borussia Dortmund to beat the South Korean side all Sun HD for and to straight win for Borussia Dortmund in that particular game Mamelodi Sundowns versus Fluminense that's also another important game based on the table makes my pressure Fluminense could have 4 points Dortmund could have 4 points and Sundowns could have 3 points and that means that Sundowns and then you bring when you winner once Obotuno will qualify to the next stage and they will be the only African contingent the next stage Obotuno will call one and I guess Fluminense Ruby will be interesting games. And actually, the two sides in Nana, Obia is coming in with that a performance so far in the competition. Obia is one for me. Even though Fluminense if one lose a game, their performance way to now watch it. Then also to know what calling him. But Sundowns, based on the corner ways for that one games, they're able to score goals. The only problem for them in there, up on their defensive setup, Ronald Williams, the goalkeeper, he's a very good goalkeeper. But sometimes, as we saw against Dortmund, although baby, he was a bit not that sharp for me. But so to keep the composure there. To make a question one, yes, they will come in with the names players in the Honum, Tego Silvamu, they are there. But in the key moments, we can also get there. And Obotuna wants to walk our Honum. We begin with our pen as a drawer on your mama. But so quite a draw now, that means that Sundowns will be few more Honum. And Obahawa Adrian Kakra. It's as an African, I'm hoping that Sundowns can get a win. But it will be to be a difficult one. I mean, but when you win for me, you have one about Ankasa. But then if you can see me about quite a double chance, I think from based on my mind, the away team that is Fluminense, will get the upper hand on 1 year the cross they be a draw or bottom now win. But if Sundowns were this home there, this should be a final for them. Young Bonnie and Senna Young Queen and they can score goal. But considering that is my problem. So what was solve defensive problem now? They can also get there. Why not? Into double chance to Fluminense for no be one in that particular game. No, Yami watching 1 a.m. Another watching 1 a.m. Inter versus River Plate. Inter will get a win in that particular game because in the group River Plate will pick 4 points. Inter 4 points on so Inter to me pick a winner. That means 7 points. Once we call him. So River Plate and once we to pick a winner. Once we call 7 points. But so pen us a drawer. That means Obia Benya 5 points on now Montreal for some against our Red Diamonds. And in that game, Montreal that is Sergio Ramos team they will get a win. Okay. So once we win, I will put 2 points. Once we call 5 points then goal difference will become the issue. That is a game we have pen also a draw for the first game now. So it means that between Inter and then River Plate, one will coach win in the game. Okay. So Korean is that means Montreal question 1 game now. 1-2 no bottom will qualify on so my Inter game now be very crucial, very cagey. Inter they don't look that convincing in this tournament. And Christian Kiwi since our band me should be mentioned that me hunye. Before the all star and so bono. Inter players now they've been a bit down kakra. And that is one thing I feel there wadrin. But as it stands now, Inter will be the favorite for this particular one. And to double chance Inter Milan in that particular game to qualify honum. Transfers just came but no fancy. And Ruby, there be some come there. League na able krum hade we should make sure that the FA will protect the players Organa hade. That is what we should be able to do. To make sure that the sanctity of the yes, my man pictures. It's Leon from America on some way. And then I say call French League Anuma. Or as a report about there provisionally assistance now or as a way demote Leon the Olympic Leon the one called the French League 2 one because of their financial constraints and one could do at the point in time bezun come ofia there about John Texter Crystal Palace for one minority shareholder or host of other clubs when you want Juma but they call Leon na 100% club or an ankasaneza se kasam na zo onko your club ni munti Odu baby Ryan checking what you want to Manchester City. Now when you come from Boston, we'll make sure we'll convince you. Mpenyefo na obo won sikasam na it has improved. But under the French or National Directorate of Management Control, what we're quoting from what checking kofu books we feel that it is not sustainable there. We will run a professional club at the level of French League and once we be honum. because entumu nto players account you cannot balance your books entumu nto the players. So how would you convince us there? Sababo league ni bina ebotu na kwa edwuma na ohonom. So if that is the case is that for the French league 2 no me kwa no pressure na shada ndoso. Ekwa ewe edwuma ye ya. Na sanso aba back bio. But the good thing one more window. Once sanso won ko be nkwa ya appeal. Na won ko nkwa kire there. Yenye sika e bo club no ho bra. So onye da ma Olympic Lyon na next season we the Europa League no. Wo dimoto na kwa French league 2 nim. And that is how you run a league. Because on the chroma hade. Odu baby clubs be relegation. Shama wazi wo chroma hade. Na wa bon they won't stay in the league because they have to focus in league in ma league no arrange there. That is a big problem in the equality before the law, and that is what our bofi watching to Olympic Lyon as it stands now. No, in the was provisional we demote one day French ma obakona once over try one best that will convince him paying for there. Nyama botu makwe no za mo obotu manyeske fi adan wa hyenyama na won so wako na nyimo honom transfers no FC Barcelona Nico Williams ya bezim koma wa hade na say why ready. They should just go to the offices of La Liga for no. Kwana da ma 62 million euros no. One from kwato honum. Na won baji wonska. Basa for no sisi arubi also na wonska samon koye into no. Ma wapada wa ende wapada wo tweska no in installments. Which be ba of na ka che won de ekwana wo si wo for that what happy the player no. They are not happy about it. Until once you want to meet the buyout clause of the player no. Kwana kwatu the full installment no. One pet to tibia honum. That is the issue or hold madama transfer no. Want to one completely or honum. But it is becoming too much for FC Barcelona. Eke Osman Dembele no know. At a point in time, convince Brenton there. My mom could train no honum. Felipe Coutinho, oh, Liverpool, come. You see the same thing that was here Brenton, no pressure that man could boy, you know. And who made to Liverpool for 2 more ton now. Okay, and now Nico Williams. All of a sudden, la me man post our Brenton way and a bunch of supporters mo obey piano. What tap into the boy's mind there? A Connie this season, says he, you are going to play with us. And that is the problem, man. What you would say, if you want our player, go they pay the full amount of money in one trench pay, what you thought to know, and this car, and to Mukwan sign the plane to know. Chida wotu more trash the agreement today. Ebia, one patch out. That's can able to can crap, but on the Moses Basta Foundation forget about our rental for no year, Nico Williams or Honum. Newcastle Foze bid out come or year Nottingham Forest for our rental for no year Anthony Ilanga. Last season, Ruby, we all saw his performance. In fact, or dazzling in the team Ankasa. Ojina one side, na Callum was not there, so Jina one side. Bola what boy no goes I was a boy no. No ya zo tum na also nyua. After leaving Manchester United, na we in Adrian and Debia, some of them we may not see them, but check their performances last season. And for me, on your one the Newcastle for no, they've gone in there Brentford and Kawonya now Kobotunanka was signing. But as in there, Econotian Forester, bid in the Quino, why reject Scanner was the Quino. What's in the Sikaniswa? Into Newcastle one first can be in home. Then again, they are looking for replacement. And then I catch all the one coach Juventus, Samuel Mbangula, and Afe, Timothy Rian. These are 2 players. What's watch there? Over to my sign one. So what to my signing these 2 guys now? That means that at least they will have replacements for Anthony Ilanga. Then they will be able to try to do with all your Newcastle for no. Now with two now, my boy will move on into assistance. But that was 45 million no. Club of Nottingham Forest no. Why reject the deal no honum into no. This is what is happening in England. Now Ruby young choir Atletico Madrid. I rent off no Johnny Cardoso. Obi Oshe Chelsea versus Betis Biano. We saw that guy in that particular game. Number somebody has also na also nyua. Nanda Munyuke say the central midfielder, the defensive midfielder no. In the Atletico Madrid coach 30 million euros. Was our club of no Red Betis there. One shana one jena boy no to move on. Now the good thing in there, what is kind of quiet no, Betis Funesum, and that is very good. And then for me, club of Atletico Madrid and Ruby, they have a lot of expectation, especially Diego Simone. Meanwhile, sometimes he complains about spendings of other clubs. Away to players and Kasa. Maybe about was just last season. I come Manchester City. Physically, the Julian Alvarez, but every season as a young man, then you complain. A couple of FIFA Club World Cup and Yaman Koye, certain some more kind. Also, on the Champions League winners near the same point. On the Copa Libertadores winners near the same point. Until no, or chala wayazi. But sometimes I has in the competition if you more honum. Atletico Madrid supporters more shine there. You should be able to compete and win trophies. And this is what they demand of you. Abba and Alba brand, no 2 ways about it. They've gotten a new stadium, up on the world brand now. They are there. At a point in time, the best in between PSG and then Atletico Madrid. Everyone would mention Atletico Madrid. But in that year, there's no way somebody can convince me there. Atletico Madrid, they are better than PSG. Why? Because in the quite the Champions League. And that is the truth about it.
All right.
In the players what was it more? You should be able to give them that money, that results, Now also a team they've signed a new player that is Johnny Cardoso for United States of America. Ruby lastly, Missouri, AC Milan, now they've gotten their replacements for Tijani Reinders. And not quite, now you good will be over sign about Bishim. Look how Modric, work just a matter of time. Now we're too no walk on him. But no being here a young stubborn bomb, a Juman Oban Ahwanzin, no way to Makwa. They should be able to do it. Miyuka se wako Club Brugge in the Belgian League, A brand tower for Aden Jashari.
Okay.
Aden Jashari. And I wait to my call central midfielder. Very good player. A check the numbers now. Also in Shada and bad. Or the midfielders now what to was go snipping on your assist was a kawono. So that means there's a jet general on. You need to bring in a similar player in that same form. Now Wakwako Yejuma. Now enter the answer that was 27 million euros fixed fee and I was a quay plus 5 million add-ons and I was a camera club of Club Brugge but as it stands now Club Brugge insisted the player or your quality enough there over to watch more than the amount AC Milan for put a wood into a field the first can be count into was a bed in a coin why reject or honor into they are still in negotiations and watch it over to now while sign a brand and that is also going to be a good one for club of AC Milan or Honum. Okay. Now Moses Simon last month or so if you can buy analysis about the Paris FC Funo, they are from the same Paris Saint-Germain. In fact, I can open where the proper Parisian club and Adama break up no by Paris Saint-Germain and they will conquer the world and then once we when you Akonya was also back into the French League Anibu. But they need to also boost their ranks on the signing players so that all banners all but French League now. So when two man qualify and European spaces they should be able to stay in the league and they are in the market and once we sign the players now Ruby say Moses Simon of Nigeria currently was not causing or yet Nantes when you brand and Kasamawaja to personal terms bibia we 7 million euros and I coach man parent club now if a boy with to Makwa join or Paris FC into Nigerian player Moses Simon the ringer the next season obesha the Paris FC for one JC. Now I bought not Ozamont Ruby transfers influence now.
All right. Okay, me that say Osman the Wenger any attending can yemre fee na fee. Few local stories near fan to also.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM. Sini Robert Mensah Sports near the one. It's 32 minutes past 8. And I say any houseman was the see our transfer man on the Emra Ghana houseway. Na yɛn soso ne yɛn hwɛ amayaso yɛ transfers no emu ene ya onum se Kumasi Asante Kotoko any bibia ni Gold Stars and Ejna Ghana na mu ewo Africa bakoko Champions League bakoko Confederation Cup no ho be hia so mo so no be make signs because CAF registration no by August na say ye wie na wo the players so mebo no e de eba ne senti e wo se clubs no e mo mani e de ne papa Kumasi Asante Kotoko Hubert Joe
Kastle FM.
Hubert Joe on that Facebook no oba be he no Facebook on aban je kodoko fans no mu hwe Hubert Joe on that Facebook no nie kodoko akwa sign no a wono eba be si akan e de ama bobokuo no na enye ono nko a ukopie mu nsoso a ofofro enso atumi asen alande a Francis Akwa wono so no aba oba be si akan de ama kodoko team no Intine Francis Akwa, the left back. The left back is in town. Edema Asante Kotokwa. Enye Fedia Grokra. Nene. Enemo ana Kotoko. Utimi Sampa. Sane sindom sombe pa. Ombeye. Na nida kon. Eno se ampo. Kotoko foni bra breno. Silence no. Omu ye bi pa. No mo kase. Enche biya. From nekopim. Eye the end of June no. Naha enase ne Kotoko fo. Omo silence na no. Ometumi enso aye ede awia won be hwe ni mu se nei wo mo ede beba na omokọ Africa no bebia enso atumi akonkan ede ama wo me enko na fe enkotie nkomo a eneni da kom wono enso ejina mu de Kumasi Asante Kotoko tu dwa fe ne silence ahodo a abepie mu e Kotoko bobokuo ni mu ene se de nei omo etoto omo ne mehwe ni mu se June be kọ na wie no na deals nyina no kodokofo enso atumi awie ni nyina.
I'm happy to tell the supporters say by the close of a week acha by a week no na Sante Kotoko aye ni recruitment away by the ending of JBP when they start to cancel a season by Kotoko among good and quality players asa because the moment because normally a recruitment team no most of them scouters are almost scouting for Sante Kotoko this season no be na wie no na ye ni wo mo a omoba any idea nti na every free supporters no try say by the end of June recruitment no eba na we okay
Kotoko be recruitment na by the end of June but I say na Congo fo bi ba Burkina fo bi ba plus be say na am foreigners omoba be your trials so be there with the team to coach any job ho there am be sign wo mo
outside Ghana I can nyame admo we are expecting for foreign nationals in Kumasi. Yes, nyame admo china 2 efi Congo ba ko fi Burkina na Guinea bako. Yes, but yes I know straight up nyame admo ochina coach Karimzito and we be she bibia se kakra wada ko jachi na yahwe omo ahode se dia omo di ba no brudia ye wo hanso dia fa any na be ye pedia and there's no need.
Any answer need according to the Kotoko recruitment I would want by this summer yi young call the champions Premier League champions Bibiani Gold Stars almost so at the art to just branch and the Emmanuel Contour 3 years almost sign a boy no midfielder no from Nations FC and Emmanuel Contour on that Facebook no from Nations no waba abajone eye Bibiani Gold Stars for the next 3 years. And you know, kwa berma ba kwa ya wabo ba ni etahwini abrantie ba enso baba kene ono so be sign e ama Gold Stars from Nations FC abema ba so no na wada eye Facebook nti no ne mekoye pa de ma eye Bibiani Gold Stars so this about their third signing on my ya ekoye pa e de ma eye Gold Stars ahead of CAF Champions League wo mo kwa kojina Ghana anemo no yenkwa women African Cup of Nations ne so waf kono ne amafo kopa Zambia fa Kolande Black Queens o Morocco hono mo nyanko camp wo de but ye boy and friendly games before e be kwa kopie mu krona na se nei town hono man kase be kwa ko base no na Black Queens nyame aduma ne ye wo another friendly game ye bo against Benin 4 p.m. Black Queens bought friendly game against Benin Morocco kroni mu ntino eno enso honsem no na ye de atudwa wo dwumade ne so no Central Region Middle League no ene ye bo finals Fateman na fe tuman to dominance ebebo na be hedo bedi nkunim na fe next season Division 1 League no waba be join binti ne ye we show all the clubs no all the best said obey ade no oni nkunim and qualify to the Division 1 League no any few local stories you gather no pay ye dey aba abesom ye tie for FKK baba ho na afia di enkomo Betway Aviator Challenge no woni ma Aviator twi a konekotwi bi e Betway ho sika wo ho 500 Ghana cedis and 500,000 Ghana cedis 500,000 cash price that's why wo twi na wo chesa ampa wo na wo ye de Aviator legend no na sika we ye de mount koho bia nso so a guarantee we free flight daily ubetwa ko peme 30th June enti borem o betway.com.gh na fe Betway Aviator Challenge no ko chere wono ene ba Ghana hanoma wonim Aviator no etwi papa terms and conditions apply kai se Betway for say get way more FKK yeni komoi
yes need a kasa na say Kotoko Brebe na no more scout almost scouty players and so to me at the moment and probably no more the anas or mudi kind kakra but maybe from last season this season Obeka say yes but last season quite almost fast so more pan players be free team no mo so ne one idea now be question say omo anye no me ye but obviously social foreign based players now and as players are move from on neighbor no na beka say honum no for about 2-3 seasons now as Kotoko nyane right after Dr. Kwame Chey time your bobo to say ofui na oba yamfa eno say na ya dingra wrong no no po hwan kra na kasa say no po ofui ndi enu ya kofa Dr. Kwa friend Paul and me borrow ni west no me borrow ni west no na wahwe adingra abrane
na yes abrane
na ojina so tentente na ode ball oto ball krama na ope baby ni ti akwa hye onto ono no de amfa de na ameture mo ababeye as foreigners from Cote d'Ivoire and others no mo ababe pass through modern boy no mo abono adingra mo ntimi ambabe replicate but then kotoko ababe write another story to em fegenom
impo de kamba Sonia Yakuba
yes Sonia
Yakuba be ya de kakra pa
Sonia Yakuba ade Yakuba ebeja yo obansa na adingra
pro ba
yeah amaturi mo no beye no adingra ba wantimi as adingra na etwam no mfege no ne etuga Mbella yes omo so eba be sisan sa chapter no ema sa foreign players na foreigners na kotokobe form no atin so mba ba jom omudin ma mba ba out performing most of Ghanaian players are impo no mo kotoko team na mu no so ko no we this season cry Samba O'Neal the ono so ye wo chiro no yes enye bad cry but then up front guy no answer down for no dia na dia Abdul is it Abdul Salam yes anya Dojani is smart ono ye left back but up front na aso no so kan so ono ne smart yes ono ne smart eno ja striker dia na say on sheda enya dia
na no go mre dodo
yes na ball ne dia o de man o ball ba say na ahoɔden sam no na ye wo fom nti
I'm about president of Cape Coast am kai so no bo sumu na o mu de o ne mu de achinyam ka sa boy on tumi mokotoko tian wa so dwane ye on tumi mo
yes eti sheda nyo wa say so kwa mo kwa kofa tu Congolese players ababa bebeshem then Burkina Faso bi so ni dem Ivorian bi so elsewhere kan ho na say kotoko as say outside Ghana players no Africa no on per se brainy no for bare 3 years running the on per so mokoko for the say those players in ba in fact dodo na no etimi eba be you am ho perform say mpo unya bibia nka de samba a kire no mpo ne partner no mpo ano ne bo Ghana ni no ablo so no call all of his life now because say onumpo de na is it Angola na say Congo hono ma na wa bo a o se eduru mebi mpo no person mo naturalize no and so etimi ade momo no so ba be hye kotoko team no mti mu beka say sort of be a good news for the team no but ni nyina ne say those players ne ba settling in life for kotoko no be out the camera so beka ho another foreigner ono so ba goalkeepers no waba be tu omu nyina Freddy Kasari mpoka ho obi a ye wanya collab to the Black Stars waba be tu no so wedem ti ebia no mu anom na mo so etimi ede ko it shouldn't be to say the players ba omunya time point me and settle into the camp of the team
but we won't say and number be trials with the coach
coach
never
coach
na say omo performance nya idea they will not stay
okay right so we no so one thing but hwe who beje wo omo asane na I mean who follow no wo ye brekum Chelsea I won say or that young talented chap say wo sa midfield no flair no centrally okasombo asay oxy and also auxiliary uncle left uncle right on domi won fifi onom na like onye obeka say standing midfield now decided be ma sanso na ka so on attack pa so a on join attack no in fact from three cross sometimes we betimi edino aka ho enti no yes midfielders na obeka so ye in fifi onom multifunctional versatile obetimi abo ini of the position e were mfimfin no matimi the amount or the sa or no so no quality clearly we obetimi aka say I say like for like a replacement for you your friend say this guy Justice Blade but I say Justice no defensively or no so strong and any Justice Blade last 2 seasons this season I'm say why am kakra defensively on facade and but offensively I know the sa attacking so etimi the man we so betimi de no atoto Emmanuel Entry kakra or sa Emmanuel Entry type of football no as a Drew baby onye flexible now one cheche passes no ni nyina no ya de ode amount at this will be a quality signing dia kan say the ochire wo brekum Chelsea wo be even before Samuel Bodu beba ne Samuel Bodu so buy no otimi sailing through break it through and starting lineup no obe back kotoko so no otimi ababa be continue but kotoko bibia ɛwɔ ho bia no ɛwɔ soro pressure result oriented unim saa nyoma ni nyina no wɔ hɔ no ma waiting for any player bia ofri team bi te sɛ Brekum Chelsea eba enti sɛ wo ba saa so this side na two trim now so ba be work above yourself but said you oka say oba ba be win trophies no it means say ono anka say already oba no onim the type of club oba be bonti no prepare in mind na ono so the ba be face saa nyoma na eba nyina then the other side Francis Aqua ono so am signing from Ebichim so no right back yes left back rather
left back
okay so ono so the saa competition na bre Siedu say ono na Patrick Siedu ewo no into omu mienu na say we ni wa we betimi abo one position akotokoso safa kakra say Siedu ni ho no ma no mu hyeda nya obi obeba bubo nya because smart and now omu ko US one bana nei honom no na kotokoso so aye registration awie na omu so intimi replace no good so omu asha same term this time around but I said number of players but they say almost 8 8 the anya
so by June in ending of June no maybe by Monday na kotokwa we sign
the anya no can say omu players no omu approach omu awie omu ni players no into the aka negotiations no say omu be wie omu sika sam na sika no so em say opim so yi to order that e dey omu into the aka ne say omu be right business na omu etimi assign players no atua sika enya outrageous na mum dey na kwa so na mum dey club no opponent club no so no and I said the opposing club no so all hwehwe no ono so ne nsa be kan amidi no ebe ye quality one but do hwe we mo am say 4 years from their mom minimum aqua no there but am say we there 4 years and o masan which is good because 4 years there at least e betimi ayo okay their council ye to boase say on benya sa right moment no sa eye enyoma players ba odi omo ebe fam say they be on betimi settle in well sometimes ya na nye players na ya na omo person be settle but club no so nyoma mo de bebu akwam coach no so ho ade obeye kasa obeka na sa measures no ni na so etimi abonti yamfa no so ensi ho
Go Stars so aye omo so de
Go Stars so aye
omo ye pa
but Brahma Ban yes from Nations obviously Nations are one of those performers one of the best performance teams are ye hu omo ewo ye this season when so say unyo omo player ye Brahma Ban yes ye nyina ye hu no the performance oyi na di enso etimi ade kire ye consistent oni ball no so ball ne dade na no a uja ho sisi a ye goalkeeper obesha unti o ye quality ye guy omo so anya no edi ne na hye but omo ko Africa nti omo so sani bia no omo so hwe onom say experience no enso be hia
now they after Brighter J CNN so they are
Go Stars Brighter J right Bright formerly of Adriana Stars yes okokokoshima ono so betimi abo mu ye panti teams no yes
especially first round elimination bia o e bia se ha ye first round elimination bia how man that was say o many abroad no first round elimination no way
but many aje so their mama calculation what it means is say onye ready so oba Ghana anytime soon onye ready so oba Ghana because ye hu say changes about Black Stars eye coaching eye side honom no yet say a man for ebubo ni dia senka one of the assistants no ombra no ma meyem fama but okachom so onye ready for now so beba be Black Stars adwuma bia nti with Nordland I think say Didi Dramani ono so ne path no ne kwana so ano na man so etimi ade ko ne hodom no omo fan say or one of them omo fan so a family and utie ko ni players na last video bi am chancing one na meet players no mo interview omo baako describe eye Markelesian kwan ono so e fa so a obo omo na experience no enkomo no mu de ensem no omo ka and omo uti omo nsem na omo describe no ne personality na de to nchen also eba na adwuma na nkasa coaching job na no so ye na omo sua bebre enso atimi ade afiri ni mu a de na me dey do I met for down no so a body position na ni bi no o say nkomo ni di na nsem o ka kire no say o giri say o ko fie no ko sha say o hwe Asian any videos na ono so si akwa special o ko Chelsea no ni nyina no yade ono so pick pieces na so etime different eh me dey say they all continue with no
Ghana the means of best here you have to pair coach assistant coach be one of the biggest team be kwa kodi Ghana Blasters
Europe ho na
oh Ghana
because Ghana oban sisi anthem ya ye be ku ni carry oh yeah asem ye be ku ni carry humanity said ye di kan team na nkasa no e bresi say enyam bin sa so ati ase it is all about the first see how do home be for sisi a na nyoma nko ye sisi a ye nkai wo se wo ye esia na o gine finfin tata short the only sile mutare ye ne sade no me nkan fenti obi a me kra me kan ho because ye pay team ni ye di say nko yi a whoever wo honom na ye part no ye be only she yes ye grievances no e dey go so bo say na wan hwe na nyoma antentament me afa ntime dey for me me ne ya adwen on focus yo ho said the Patrick Vieira mo ye Premier League no onko shemu ho
the color to
French Ligue no yes
color to Man City
so ati ase French Ligue no krampo a obowura mu ho a say Spain so a bebo say Germany so
under 20 coach
Ghana de on twen under 20 obetimi agencies na be kai agencies ne de yeah ma system no nye more sanitized
na so de onye on say on pay coaching bia ho so pay coaching bia ho
sile dia do no aye dia ono am say ono dia be more of fire administration and I say be una ono me una sem
ya be bo asuma asuma
you know like Kenson so when they told no say wetin ni din bi
objani free basim
Ghana nsem ya
Osman
middle league no like be bebre ho no but then baby aye dreams no my police national and the Fetterman United
Fetterman yes
so be there and if you two teams in United and middle league no bia no bozin ba so enyo pa ho no but for me police fu na ma be si afo no what try you know why you want come no I mean it's something you pay for your game no and even when there some of the clubs when they come in they mean business, especially when they are owned by some of these institutions, you know. So why not today you push agenda the Yenya police team be also be bar. They also do better or one. And so for me, will be based on emotions, you know. Kamanyaka police for no come. But first man was the competition way, you know. And wasn't one also new one can say one of it, you know. May the best team win or honor to be here for course and I
but please for no
more resources for now who say
of course America no see on phone go no onko
agenda na effect for
me ba jaw yabako anointed engineering services ho na kwaje generator papa be ba dwuma de ama wo ye wade no pay program pe bi rent akwaje bi wo pe bi aso ato a obenya bi ato wo de aseye ma wa anointed engineering services so madam na me fa call so no 0244 408046 0244 408354. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Obapa Miss Ruby.
And share the taxi driver.
Obapa Miss Ruby, share the taxi driver. And I pay the woman, my FK car station, I miss Asian or Bagan and Panka. And come out of more kids come out to put your Bumakan and my car, I waiting for. Bagan or better. Come on, Bakra, no Badan Assembly. Because all your day, you're respecting Papa seriously. Asian, when they miss you, do the work. Bless ya. What come on some and then I in that occasion was good. Into your respect in the emperor of Abba Sen career. I blank of forget in Matinadi. David. This will be now maybe your heart in the circle of Papa because that confidence cap on Champions League. When you go south, you have someone. You are because next year you could be. One more don't come on, but no. Because next year, half the edge leg, yellow call. And you won't come to make a name, you throw them half, you make a name with what? Miss Ruby,
may I say hello, good morning.
Simon, Miss Ruby.
Honorable Jaru.
Because I promise you,
Mehoye Honorable.
Say, but share Kotoko, foreign person, Waba, Waba, Sabaki, a cocoa patron, in a summer, Nadine, Obano. When we must they said you'll be on the cover and I said was by now went to my more shame.
Mr. Koto being full day, the best one, this African aircon. Then put the union work now, what the 10-1 and 10-2 now, nobody know. You were sitting now, Mr. Quit Dito. In the way, a legend to Kotoko. In trouble with the young family to ye, near for name, good Ghana for you, because any day this year, Kotokotima, a Yeti Banum, I am proud. Yeah, and proud, would see another fantasy. I am proud.
Meda say, hello, good morning.
I'm on the Miss Ruby.
Maso Poman, ye.
But one woman,
Yamiadomia, who ye pa.
Then the pair may work with young Gaza. Hey, Marquesian. One Casa and Jagan of me one. Simply because of what keep Kustima and Sana, of what kind of that time. I am here to my family. In the second one, we hear me to Benabo Boyna. I'll get you ready to call on Banana. This would be one this year. I'm in twin one this year, Jaganabo. If you say one can see in the times to say, where there are what these are made kind of pussy at each hand is smooth, but they kind of put up. We're into Mogoina, but in Peter, no to Canada, me later, Banana, me deliver last night a coachy. Me don't know what we could on what come and go part of what Lisa Yokani. This would be under the 1 year.
Okay, now on your ready, I said, you had you to on your ready, dear. What Mark I saw on your ready? I said, good morning, Miss please. I need Manchester City's position. Man City energy will be our success point. Obia our success point. And so our table, no, and so now, see, do we have truly professional team in Ghana? Do we have a team in Ghana that has a clubhouse where players are camped 24/7, a football pitch where they train and play their league matches, or our league is amateur league? Your professional league, they bought Ghana, had saying, but never be Brennan, and just say you're professional, but a professional league, neighbor. I say seriously, CAF has to collapse the Ghana football. It's not even attractive, cry. You can't tell me to stop watching attractive football and follow Bonkele Football League. Ishmael, Eddie for UCC. 0244-408-046. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Uncle Ben.
Yes, we should be ended them be so assembly.
But
I can't be on a yam.
Okay.
Catch out there. When it comes to Ethics Committee of Ghana Football, I know there it's a selling of player. Let's say a parent upon a club, People can play with them. I'm talking about Abdul
Salam, dear no.
Yeah, no. In case we check it, and say this part committee I'm fair heart no. Offer heart no. That heart where the what default in. In the heart of a match that they are supposed to deduct them 3 points. But Makai next day you check it.
Yeah. Makai.
This assembly.
Makai.
So I'll be with the Chelsea position there.
Oh, yeah, the second. Yeah, I qualify corner stage.
We take sure that you warm up. But me the quite dodge. Why are you lucky?
May I say, Uncle Ben? I say, good morning, Madam. Michael Essien will be a great coach. He should learn more. I NS from Bonkus. Osunyade, Ogusu Sunyade, or Nogeland, or Onuye, into Via, or Weba. Blaster, just saying, Onu baby, Onyabotre. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me pacho din baby free and free.
Mr. Speaker, Abomini.
Okay, Speaker, it's you on a pay.
You meet you, then check it from show on Facebook. Na mincha me sister Rita Serrani o akwere me sare mo obo mu ko me siri edimuni marcation yagin but amini yagin aga mi nyende owo contract onye team bi na onye contract abofu one contract until yan NGO inti so kado ntuma o de yatina se na marcation ye team kasibia odwana balam line ai bakare nonsu anade nefisu last time obotu aboa and behind the scene ayen kwa yehu debo yebehu line ade dina last time check line as a coach no yenya botem fama no no hia de yie ansana ntie ntinase wagana ade coaches no edima ba yin de omufem adasa yes, you better chase it fast. Say, and go, Omoye, many Yamae. Now, Miss Phoebe, Kotoko, next year, teams no munjia ye kotokotoko tishe mwaye de
okay
yeah two for foreigners omo be team ni tuna nti Ghana teams no munjia ye
all right say Anointed Engineering Services say we Cape Coast at 3 opposite the main lorry station hold on bomodian ekoho na we generator ho nsem bia no fa ekodan wo mo wo san ma enchechere e wo air generator ho dwumadi ho nti bomodian frɛ 0248 455 697 ana 0243 480 334 Anointed Engineering Services the generator expert Tiesan Kaiboy free the National Petroleum Authority ho and almost say fa Emma Obibia sem akwagoto fuel na what to me sampa I say e bo na wo de scout the ma wo mo no fuel no mu buye no enro abia out 100 Ghana wo say dey say 80 Ghana no bu ma wo ade dey wo say quality of the fuel no so nya papa I say musie bi cent bi ni ade aha da bi quality no nya papa and afọ no uko experience bad customer service dipa na attendant no ko do fa so no na enso ani kura obetumi akwakoye eye oso no o complain no e de ama eye NPF no no mo e de huduma e de ama kai say up to 48 hours to report it obetumi afre wa mo ahoman 0302 550 380 0302 550 380 na fe obetumi so akọ mo head officer wo ejowulu no atumi akwakoye wo so no complaint kai na channel so say ukoto fuel na hwe na surprise na and say fuel ebuma na nu amount a wotoye no quality no form now say experience bad customer service any of them no report it to where NPF for medi huduma etumi ede ama medi wase pisa no pe woje bre na ne entina ye any a Wednesday the beba numre 7 p.m. Kastle Sports Night 7 to 9 p.m. Kastle Sports Night enti ye hia numre na ye ni dwuma no sede ese na efata me din de Miss Ruby Adams Osman FKK